Hey everybody, what's up, man? Sold the truth hostage where the truth was so important you wouldn't negotiate with lies. You know what I mean? I'm on the road and we give some people some time on the road. But yeah, just to let everyone know while I have your attention, you know what I'm saying? I finally released it, you know, the Man Vantage book. It is available on Amazon. Right now, it's just a PD. It's just a digital version of the book, but the Man Vantage book you could pre-order it. I'm not a person who likes to ask for things and all that stuff, but to me, man, it would be much appreciated if I could have your support for the Man Vantage book. I've been writing the book for it had to be over a year. Over a year I was writing the book. And I put as much information as I can cuz the way the book is written, I didn't write it with a pill perspective. I didn't write it as a black pill book. I didn't write it as you know, I didn't reference any pills really because I thought about when I was writing a Man Vantage book, the goal was to have it very, very normie friendly. It's very normie friendly and written with absolute common sense perspective. And you can see the link on the comment section. It's written to be very, very easily consumed. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to know the red pill, the black pill. You don't gotta know none of that. You know what I'm saying? It's just written from an absolute logic perspective. Basically, you could say it's a black pill book without mentioning the black pill. You know what I'm saying? It's really just straightforward, blunt, very logical, and the information you'll find on the book, and the book's available for pre-order. The information you'll find on the book, it's you know what I'm saying? I'm not holding back. I'm not holding back on the book, but at the same time, you don't gotta really know the whole pill perspective to get into it. And the thing is, depending on the response of the book, I have a plan. I think I could write a spin-off series called I could write something called the Boy Vantage, because I think in the manosphere and a lot of men in general, a lot of the young men's perspective, when I see advice being given to the younger guys, it's being given from a man's perspective. Now, what do I mean from a man's perspective is that a lot of the guys, let's say you're 18 years old, you're an 18-year-old young man listening to the manosphere content or, content from this space. You're being given information from a man's perspective. Now, what do I mean by man? Well, I mean, a man is somebody who's, I'd say, around 21 to about 23, you're a man. The reason I say 21 to 23 is that's when I think you stop growing. So your body really stops growing and you stop changing. So you're a man. A man is really like to reference some Dragon Ball Z and anime, it's your final form. Manhood is your final form. So you would have to say a man is about 21 to 23 whenever you stop growing. You know what I'm saying? Your body stops changing. You're a man. You know what I'm saying? And I think in the manosphere and spaces where there's a lot of men speaking, we give advice to the younger men from a man's perspective when, they're not men yet. If you're about 18, if you're below 21, you're not a man yet. You know what I'm saying? You're not a man yet. You know what I'm saying? You're still adolescent, you're still you're still a boy, I'd say, you know what I'm saying? You're still a boy. Yeah. Oh man, pars. I'm on the road, but yeah, this isn't even my final form. Yeah, because I've seen it. I've seen it in this space where they tear down a lot of boys, man. A lot of boys in this space. Like if you're the thing is, if you're below 21, you're still a boy. You know what I'm saying? You're not a man yet. I think a man is you're no longer growing. From the physical perspective, your body, you're no longer getting taller. Your body isn't changing. You're at your final form. You know, so when you give a boy the advice of a man, I think it does a lot of damage. And the reason I bring this up is that let's say you bought a shoe. Let's say you're like 18. Your feet are still growing. If I'm telling you your final shoes you'll ever wear, you got to plan your whole life. Let's say you're 18 years old, you're wearing a size 13, and I'm telling you, yo, man, you got to plan to buy these size 13 shoes for the rest of your life. But you haven't even reached the point where this is your final form. Your feet haven't stopped growing. So all the advice I'm giving you that are about permanent, permanent, it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? So to me, depending on how this book does, I'll spin it off to do what I call the boy vantage, the perspective of a boy growing up and the information a boy needs, because I think a lot of boys given information in this space when they're not yet a man, it can really destroy them. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're telling someone, well, you're talking about their looks or who they are, and you're telling them, you are, it's over for you. You're never gonna make it. And he's still a boy. He's still growing. You're not yet your final form. You know what I'm saying? You're still a boy. You're still growing. So for someone to give you information it's going to be depressing. It's going to be depressive if they're speaking to you like this is your final form. You might be 18 years old, and by the time you reach, let's say you reach 20, out of nowhere your chin might change. Your whole facial appearance might change. You don't know who you are yet. You know what I'm saying? You're not at your final form. The way I look at it, a lot of the boys got to look at themselves like you're a crab or a lobster. You're still changing your shell. You know what I'm saying? You haven't reached your final stage, your final shell of who you are. So I think that's why a lot of the younger guys that come in this space that are around, like I said, below 21, you know what I'm saying? If you're about 18, if you're 18, a lot of this information, you kind of see it as antagonistic because, you're still growing. So depending on how the man vantage does, depending on how well it's received, I'll start working on the boy vantage, you know what I'm saying? Because some of the guys I talk to, their fathers, you know what I'm saying? Their fathers and, and because of the society we're in, a lot of fathers have been stripped of the awareness that a boy is not a man. You can't give a boy man advice, the advice of a man. Like, they got to reach that level. They haven't reached it yet. You can't tell them this is the final version of who you are. This is how things will always be, son. He's not yet a man. You know what I'm saying? Like once you're 21, I'd say to be safe, I'd say probably 22 to 23 is when you're a man because you stop growing, I think, around 21. You know what I'm saying? 21, you stop growing. So then you could have the advice. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the homie Kalala was good, man. What's up? You know what I mean? I can't fully read it. Let me see. Every boy needs to experience relationships for themselves, not start with the black pill. Well, I don't agree with that. I think the safest bet for boys right now is I think the safest thing a boy can do is be introduced to the black pill first, because the problem with the red pill is that it breeds idealism. You know what I'm saying? The danger of the red pill is that it makes young men sacrifice their lives. You know, what the red pill does is it tells a young man to live for the 1950s, live for the 1950s, 1960s, 1940s, as in abandon your life and start living for a life where you weren't even born. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're 18 years old, man, you should be on some, yo, fuck the 50s, man. Fuck the 50s. Fuck the 60s, man. Fuck the 70s. What does that have to do with me, man? I wasn't born at that time. You know what I mean? What does any of that responsibility have to do with me? That's why I think a lot of the young men get red pill rage, is that you're telling a young man to sacrifice his life for a time period he wasn't even born in. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't born in it. Like, you know, I'm a millennial. You know, I grew up in the 90s, so I can actually stand up for the 90s and be, yo, man, you can't be disrespecting the 90s like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I was there. I seen it. I could tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly. I can't. I'm not speaking from the 90s from a guy who watched TV shows and movies. I was there. I can tell you, yeah, you know, this worked, that worked. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what the homie Kalala said. Especially kids that got trapped by the taste. Yeah, I mean, in my honest opinion, man, you know, from being in from being a philosopher, you know what I'm saying? I'm the first guy to call myself a philosopher, as in I look at everything from the scope of the philosophy. Is that I think for young men, the best case scenario is it's either the black pill or the Casper pill. You know what I'm saying? Those are the only two. If you're trying to give anybody the introduction, it's either the black pill or the Casper pill, you know? Because if a young man who's growing up and still a boy is growing up and you're feeding them idealism, like if you feed a young man the information from the red pill, the purple pill, you know, the yellow pill, the orange pill, I could go on, the pink pill, you introduce him, will destroy him. You know what I'm saying? It will destroy that young boy. It will destroy that boy because I'll give you an example. If you introduce a boy to the red pill where you're telling him, well, you know, tradition is a boy and a girl, you know, a boy and a man and a woman being together with a family, you're trapping them. You're trapping them at a time period that's gone. That whole traditional family thing has been gone since, what is it, the 70s or the 80s? So you're feeding them some information that is, and especially if you're doing it right now, if he's a Zoomer or a Gen Alpha, and you're giving them information that is built on a culture that is over 40 to 50 years removed from him, you're his mind obsolete. You know, the red pill is, in all honesty, it's poison. You know what I'm saying? It is poison because it's telling you to live for then. You gotta hear me out. Live for then, ignore now. Do not live for now, live for then. You know what I'm saying? The red pill is very dangerous, man. You know, in my honest opinion, oh, Clown World, what's good, bro? What's good, my man? What's up? The red pill is very dangerous to a young man's health, you know, because it's telling them live for the past, ignore the present. In fact, the red pill is telling a young man, you're a failure. You're a failure for living for the present. You know what I'm saying? And looking towards the future. Because the red pill keeps telling young men, well, we got to, until we get families together, until we bring back the 1950s and 40s and 60s, you know what I'm saying? You're a failure. Your life is a fail. You know what I'm saying? The red pill, any pill that breeds idealism is failure. The black pill isn't about idealism, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the gray pill, the dark gray pill. The black pill is void of ideals. You know what I'm saying? The black pill is driven solely by the truth, man. The facts and absolute logic and reasoning. There is no room for idealism in the black pill. You know what I'm saying? What you know what I mean? Anybody who's telling you, yo, man, the ideal scenario, we got to get back to the ideals, is someone selling you fiction. We're not getting, you know what I'm saying? We're not going back, man. We're not going back to the 1940s, 1950s. That's delusion and that's fiction. You know what I'm saying? That's fiction. Anybody telling you we need to get back to when men and women lived in the same house and we need to get back to the legal structure of the 1940s and 1950s, they're failures. You know what I'm saying? If the legal structure of the 1940s and 1950s was so good, then how the hell did we end up here, man? How the hell did we end up here? If it was so bulletproof, so perfect, then why are we in the year 2023 in such a state of destruction between men and women? You know what I'm saying? Why are we there? If the system was so perfect, because when you listen to red pillars, they speak of the 1940s and 50s as though it was perfect. Oh man, it was so perfect. The wives stayed at home, the men went to work. It was the perfect system. Well, if it was so perfect, then how the hell did we get here, man? How did we get here? You know what I'm saying? When something is foolproof, you know what I'm saying? There's no situation where the plan fails. You know what I'm saying? That's why my channel has changed. That's why I've been telling guys, man, I'm not here to baby you, man. The manosphere is filled with babying men. You know what I'm saying? It's here to baby men. And in all honesty, it's about disabling your guard. A lot of guys need to understand, man, your natural instincts are correct when it comes to you shouldn't trust another man you don't know. If this man wasn't introduced to you by your father, your family, he ain't worthy of your trust, man. And if you're in a space where it's all about telling you to be open, you know what I'm saying, keep your guard down, we're men, man. We're naturally seeking the advantage over another man. It's in your biology, man. It's part of your safety mechanism to look for weakness in another man and actually look for a way you can capitalize on it. I was talking to one of my boys way back, man. I was talking to somebody in the military, and he told me, yo, man, you a man. You don't even notice what you do as a man. That's just natural, raw instinct. Like when you get on a bus or you get on a train that's crowded, you don't even notice that. You scan the place for other men that could be deemed a challenge or a problem. You just automatically get in there and you just look for every man that's on this train and like, all right, that guy might be a problem. That guy might not be a problem. You literally scan, like, you know, the reference Dragon Ball Z, every man has a natural scouter. We just scout out, when you go in a room with other men, you just scout it out to check their power level, their threat level, and you keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? When there's no threats, you keep it moving. So if you're in a whole space where every man in the panel, every man talking is telling you, yo, the women are delusional. The women practice what they call it, same group preferences. The women are more entitled than the men. That's a scam. That's a lie, man. That's an illusion. The men are the most entitled. We've gone to war for our entitlements, man. You know what I'm saying? Men will literally kill each other because we think and we're entitled for you to pray to the same God. We're entitled for you to pray to the same God as me. I'm entitled for you to practice the same culture as me. You know what I'm saying? So how are the women the most entitled when a man's entitlement literally leads to war? It leads to genocide. You know what I'm saying? Ask the Japanese, man. You know what I'm saying? Ask the Japanese, ask the Germans during World War II what male entitlement led to. Hitler felt he was entitled to a world where the men are perfect and a perfect image of a man. You know, Hitler was in the closet. You know what I'm saying? He might have, I wouldn't doubt Hitler was in the closet. You know what I'm saying? Describing the perfect man is blonde, blue eyes. Hitler was describing his perfect man. You know what I'm saying? Think about that, man. You know what I mean? Think about that. Hitler, the closet led to World War II, man. Damn, I gotta get some water. You know what I'm saying? Think about that, dude. The closet led to World War II. Hitler was like, you know what? I'm tired. I'm tired of not having men that are all blonde, blue eyes. I'm tired of Hitler was like, I'm tired of guys bringing guys in the closet that are brunettes. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Hitler was probably in the closet, man. I wouldn't doubt it. What man goes to war describing the perfect man? You know what I'm saying? Hitler's perfect type was blonde, blue eyes. Come on, man. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? If people be thinking, oh, hold the truth hostage, man, with that closet conspiracy, man, he's doing too much of that. You know what I mean? When the facts are right in front of you. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be shocked if Hitler was in the closet. You know what I mean? All them German dudes went to war for the closet. You know what I'm saying? The perfect und the weinen the perfect. The perfect man is und the blonde und the blue eyes and the chiseled chin. I would have been like, yo, Hitler, man, you in the closet. What's good with you, man? So you tell me you want to go to war for what? Yo, Hitler, what's good with you, man? What's up, man? You in the closet or something? You know what I mean? Because I ain't going to war over no fucking blondes and blue eyes men. You know what I mean? Hitler, come on, chill out. The closet ain't worth going to war, man. You know what I'm saying? The closet ain't worth going to war, Hitler. Chill out, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll bring you to the rainbow section of Germany. You get all the blondes and blue-eyed guys you want. We ain't going to war over no goddamn getting you some blonde-haired men and blue eyes. You know what I'm saying? Hitler, chill out, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Chill out, Hitler. Chill out, bro. Chill out, man. You know what I'm saying? Looking at it this way, you're like, damn, Hitler was the most violent and most dangerous closet recruiter ever, man. You know what I'm saying? He was going to get him some blonde-haired and blue-eyed men by any means necessary. You know what I'm saying? They going to war for the blonde and the blue eyes. And no one in Hitler's military was like, nah, I'm good, man. I'm good, bro. I ain't going to war over no fucking blonde-haired and blue-eyed men, bro. I'm good. I'm good, Hitler. Yo, chill out. Chill out, man. The closet ain't worth going to war, man. You know what I'm saying? The closet ain't worth going to war, man. Hitler, chill out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let me bring you to the, you know what I'm saying, to the Rainbow Rider section of Germany. You know what I'm saying? Hitler, let's bring you to the Rainbow Rider section of Germany, man. You could get all the blonde haired and blue eyes, and Hitler screaming at you, the perfect man is und the blue hair and the blonde hair and the blue eyes and the chiseled chin, you know, the omen, the perfect man. Yo, JP was good, man. Was good, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hey, man, Hitler went to war for his entitlement for the closet. You know what I mean? And think about all the dudes that's repping Hitler right now, bro. Think about the whole group of men saying, "Yo, man, we the perfect man is blonde haired, blue eyes." You know what I'm saying? White. And you're like, "Yo, you know you're describing the type of guy you want to be with." You know what I'm saying? You know this is very closet territory. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I thought you Germans were, about making German chocolate and whatever German people do. You know, surviving the winter. I didn't know Germany was about building a closet. You know what I'm saying? Think about that. Hitler went to war for the closet. God damn, man. This is crazy. You know what I mean? And nobody ever thought about it. Like, nobody said, yo, man, Hitler, I don't think Hitler is a full-time straight man. You know what I mean? I never thought about starting a war, you know what I'm saying, to get access to blonde-haired, blue-eyed men. You know what I mean? Something I don't think the closet is worth going to war for, man. You know, Hitler needs to chill out. You know what I'm saying? He needs to chill, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And you got to think about that, man. All these German soldiers went to war for the closet. You know what I mean? Went to war for the closet, man. You know what I mean? Think about that, man. And no one, and think about that. The World War II took place in like the 1930s. You know what I'm saying? America entered the war late. So think about this, man. I'm one of the first people to say, yo, man, Hitler went to war for the closet, bro. You know, you don't find that strange that a man is screaming, and look at Hitler's body language. A man is screaming, poking his fingers out, you know what I'm saying, and yelling about he needs some perfect blue eyes and blonde haired men. Like, no one at that time said, yo, Hitler, man, my man, you going too far, man. You going too far, bro. You know what I'm saying? You going too far, man. We're not starting World War One for the closet. I mean, World War II, man. Hitler, chill out. You know, I'm one of the damn, man. Now I think about it, damn, man. It took, you know what I'm saying? It took over 50 years for a guy like me to be on YouTube to say, yo, Hitler went to war for the closet, man. You know what I'm saying? Hitler had a tank. And think about it. They never found Hitler's body. You know what I mean? They never found the closet Hitler was hidden in. You know what I'm saying? They never found the closet Hitler was hidden in, man. You know what I'm saying? When the war ended, they never found the closet he was in. You know what I'm saying? All right, Bob. How you doing, boss? Let me get a 20 super. 20 super. You know what I mean? They never found the closet Hitler was in. You know what I mean? They never found it, you know? You know what I'm saying? And you got a whole group of guys repping that insignia and repping the closet, man. You know what I'm saying? The closet is crazy. World War II was for the closet, man. You know? Yeah. Oh yeah, look at the homie Kalala, man. Died in a, what is that? What is that? Orange Tenian closet. Yeah. Hitler died in the closet, man. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at the speech and the way Hitler's body language, his voice there was no bass in Hitler's voice. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. You know what I mean? And you know, it's actually sad that I'm one of the guys to finally call it out. You know what I'm saying? Hitler died, killed for the closet. You know? There you go, boss. Thank you, sir. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Hitler died for the closet. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm saying Argentinian. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, but like I was saying, let me get back on you know, the stream reasons, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's good. Yo, JP said that's good old German engineer. Yeah, yo, yo, JP, are you saying the best closets are from Germany? You know what I'm saying? Just I can see the commercial. You know what I'm saying? Germany, the closets are worth going to war for. You know, you know what I'm saying? The German closet is worth going to war for. You know what I mean? That's crazy. You know, the German closet built with such the perfect perfections that it's worth going to the war for the closet. You know what I'm saying? The German closet. You know, no disrespect to my current day, my modern German brothers, man. I'm just pointing something out, man. You know what I'm saying? A man, I forget what the Germans called the perfect man. They called him damn, it wasn't the Omni man. It wasn't the Omni man. Was it the Omni? Was it an Omni man or something like that? You know what I'm saying? The Germans, and think about it, the Germans spent all this bread on building the perfect man. You know what I'm saying? I think the Germans called him the old man. What they call the perfect man in with the German thing. I forget what they called it. You know what I'm saying? I think they called it fuck man, I forget. Come on, man. God. Oh, thank you, man. Let me go. I think they called the perfect man the Omni Man or something. I forget what the Germans called it. But think about that. A whole nation went to war because the Führers und the perfect man is the blue eyes and the blonde hair, the chiseled chin, and oh, there it is. Oh, the German, the homie Clown World. They went to war for the, oh, dang, I just got it, Clown World. You're saying Germany went to war for the first Chad. Is that what, yo, is that what you're saying? Germany went to war for the first Giga Chat. They went to war for a program to create the first Giga Chat. You know what I'm saying? That's fucked up, man. You know what I'm saying? Germany went to war to create the first Giga Chat. And think about the Giga Chat meme. It took Photoshop to create the perfect ideal the German man, the Giga Chat, und the Führer und Herr AIDS wishes for the Giga Chat. He shall have the perfect chin, the blonde hair, the blue eyes. He is the perfect man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's fucked up, man. You know what I'm saying? And you got to think about it. That's not a good look for Japan. Japan, what is it? I think it was called the Axis, you know? So Japan joined the war with Germany to ensure that Hitler would have the perfect man. You know what I'm saying? The perfect man, blonde haired, blue eyes, and a chiseled chin. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's messed up, man. You know what I'm saying? Not to be insensitive, because what was it? That movie dropped, Oppenheimer, or Offenheimer, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So you're saying Japan got Hiroshima to get Hitler the perfect chat. You know what I'm saying? The Giga Chat. You know what I'm saying? They got nuked for Giga Chat. You know what I'm saying? That's fucked up, man. I feel messed up for their you know what I'm saying, for the Japanese history, man. You know what I'm saying? Japan went to war to ensure that Hitler would have the perfect man. You know what I'm saying? Me put my Japanese accent. Hitler shall have the und Hitler shall have the perfect man. Hitler has instructed us that the perfect man will have blonde hair and blue eyes. You will have blue eyes. You will have blonde hair. For Hitler's perfect man. Oh man, it's messed up, man. Damn, it's messed up, man. Went to war for the closet. You know what I mean? That means, man, somebody, shout out to some of the homies, man. I'm gonna start something where, from now on, what I'm gonna do is on the Discord, I'm gonna just start sharing the ideas for the videos, and whoever wants to make the thumbnail, we'll roll with that thumbnail, and you just gotta put your name on it. That way, I let people know. But anybody. Oh, there it is. The homie knows. Yeah, JP. It was the Ubermensch. Think about that. Yo, Hitler went to war for the Ubermensch. You know what I'm saying? Hitler was the originator of the word Chad. You know what I'm saying? The Ubermensch. So if you think about it, the origination, Chad originates from the obsession of a dictator on a particular type of man. So you're saying the Ubermensch was the first Chad. So you're saying the origin of Chad starts with the closet. God damn, man. We just did some freaking, we just broke down the origin of Chad. You know what I'm saying? The origin of Chad. And think about the imagery of most Chads you see. The imagery of Chads usually chiseled chinned, blonde haired, blue eyes man. You know what I'm saying? So you're saying the very origin of Chad. And think about, we're on to something, man. I might have to switch my brand. Let me go into if I still have it. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I still have that thing. Give me 1 second. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Man, we're going into the closet conspiracy. You know what I'm saying? The closet conspiracy. So you're telling me, JP, that Chad, the origin of Chad starts with the Ubermensch being the first word to entitle the meaning of a Chad. And think about it. Think about, and the reason I'm putting this closet conspiracy is that think about who America hired for the love. I think it was a German, wasn't it like a German psychologist they hired to start propaganda in America? You know what I'm saying? Start the entire propaganda for consumerism. And wasn't it a German guy they paid to start the conspiracy to train the American public on what love means, romance, and then think about that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yeah. Yo, my brother, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That the Japanese wanted to. Oh, shit. Yo, JP, that's wild. You're saying the Japanese wanted a place in Hitler's closet. That's oh, that's cold-blooded, man. But but basically, we're saying that the Ubermensch was the first version of Chad, and then correct me if I'm wrong. You're free to correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't America employ a former Nazi to actually help in the propaganda to create consumerism and actually bring about socialism in the country? You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm wrong. So basically, what we're saying is that Chad, the very origin of Chad begins with Hitler's closet. You know what I'm saying? So the very first origin of Hitler begins, Chad begins with Hitler's closet. You know what I mean? And then think about that Superman, they bring up the reference that, well, Superman wasn't created by a German. It was, I don't know if I can say the J word, created by two J guys, respect, shout out RIP to them. You know what I mean? And they referenced the Ubermensch. You know what I mean? That's what they said. It was referenced the Ubermensch. You know what I mean? So we can all agree that the origin of Chad begins with Hitler's closet. God damn. So we're saying the first example of the so-called Giga Chad. You know what I'm saying? Even the word Giga is Giga a German word? You know what I'm saying? Is Giga a German word? I don't know. But the origin of the Giga Chad could begin with Germany. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The closet conspiracy is real. We literally proved on this stream that there was literally a war for the closet, and the war for the closet was World War II, led by Hitler to be able to mass produce the perfect man to bring in his closet. You know what I'm saying? Bring in his closet. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You see that? Oh, the homie, man, Connor, I'm gonna have to read that later because I'm on the road. You know what I'm saying? The problem with lookism is what can be perceived. Well, lookism is a scam, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of, that's technically why, man. I'll get excluded here and there, but you know what I'm saying? Oh, what did the homie Kalala say? Math number giga. Oh. But where does the word giga originate from? Like, is that a German word? That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying like, does it mean in math, but where did the word giga originate from? You know what I'm saying? What country, what nation did the word giga originate from? Was it a German word? You know what I'm saying? Is the word giga a German word? You know? Now, to get back to what let's see, JP said yes, lookism started with eugenics. Woo! JP, the closet conspiracy is real. You said lookism started with eugenics, and who started eugenics? That leads right back to Hitler, man. God damn, man. So you're basically saying the lookism started with the closet. God damn, man. The closet is real, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people got mad at me, man. Hold the Truth hostage says the word closet too much because it was exposing them, man. It was exposing them. You know what I'm saying? Somebody in the closet is like a vampire, man. They don't want light. They don't want anything from the light. Think about when a vampire comes to, and think about it. What I'm about to say, man. Think about what a vampire wants to do. It wants to drain your fluids. And what does somebody in the closet want to do to other men? They want to drain their fluid. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? The guys in the closet are like vampires, man. You know what I'm saying? Vampires out here. You know what I mean? And they don't want the light to shine on the closet that they're hiding in, or the portable closet. Let me see if I still got the homie's image for the portable closet. Let me see. Where is that? Oh, there it is, right there. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to be light. You know, shout out to the homie, I think XC Camper. You know what I'm saying? You know, they don't want the light to be on the portable closet they're traveling with. You know what I mean? I got a lot of heat. I got a lot of heat for using the word closet. You know what I mean? But if you go on the manosphere, how many men are using high value? How many men are using the word game? How many men are using 9s and 10s? You You know what I'm saying? Just repeating the words, trying to hypnotize other men. Nines, tens, high value. Game, high value. Nines, tens, Stacy's. You know what I mean? The words that keep getting repeated. But then I came up with I didn't come up with the word closet. You know what I'm saying? That word's been used, but not in the way I used it. The way I used it was I just said point blank closet. You know what I mean? We don't need to say closet. All I really did was take out. I guess subconsciously I took out the HMO. I took the HMO out. I don't say closet HMO. I just said closet. You know what I'm saying? And closet is very YouTube friendly. I could say that word all day. YouTube ain't gonna do nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's very YouTube friendly, and it got under their skin. You know what I'm saying? It got under their skin that, oh my God, hold the truth hostage found a way to say something that YouTube won't be antagonized by. He found the word closet. You know what I'm saying? It's so clean to describe them. You know what I mean? And then a lot of people got upset by that. You know what I mean? I wonder why. I wonder why men in the closet will be upset that you're exposing they don't belong in a straight male space. I wonder why. You know what I'm saying? I wonder why. It's because you're interfering with them hunting straight men, man. You know what I'm saying? Guys in the closet are here to hunt straight men. You know what I'm saying? The number one game for a man that isn't straight is turning a straight dude out, man. It's just like I've been saying for years, man. The number one goal, a great accomplishment for a straight male would be, yo, man, I got a lesbian to change sides. Not that I believe in lesbians, you know what I mean? I don't believe in that, but if you could get a lesbian to admit she's no longer a lesbian, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You gave her the time of her life, and she denounces dildos from now on. She denounces artificial, she denounces artificial penis, and she is now back on organic. She's back on an organic, penis ride. She's no longer part of the dildo only team. You know what I'm saying? She's no longer with the plastic. She wants the organic. She's now back to organics. You know what I'm saying? She wants the whole foods. She's tired of the plastic rides. She don't want to ride plastic no more. She's returned to organics only. You know what I'm saying? She wants the whole foods. You know what I mean? The whole foods. You know what I mean? Oh, the homie. Oh, IKEA. Yeah, it isn't. Where is IKEA from, man? IKEA ain't a German company, is it? Like, what is IKEA? You know what I mean? Country-wise, isn't IKEA like a German? No, I think IKEA is Polish. Oh, Swedish. Oh man. All right, IKEA. All right. No disrespect to IKEA, man. The Swedish homies, man. No disrespect. I thought it was German for a while. You know what I'm saying? But the thing I'm saying is, man, you gotta think about it, man. It got under a lot of people's skin. Cause the closet guys in the manosphere, man, it's a hunting ground. But I guess that'll be for another stream. Let me get focused before I lose my focus. You know what I'm saying? If I lose what I was talking about and all that. But like I was saying, man, the book is available. It's available on Amazon for pre-order right now. You can pre-order the Man Vantage. You know what I'm saying? It's coming out November 6th. Depending on the response, I will start work. I plan to do a spin-off of Man Vantage. I plan to do the Boy Vantage because I think a lot of I think one of the big, like I was saying, the big mistake we make is referring to boys as men. You know what I'm saying? If you're below 21, you're not a man yet. You know what I'm saying? You're a boy. If you haven't stopped growing, you're not a man. A man is a male's final form. You know what I'm saying? It is your final form. You know. You know what I'm saying? You never heard of a man saying, I'm gonna get taller. I'm still growing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You won't hear that. So I think the information a lot of the guys under 21 are getting, it's not enough for them. It's not from their perspective. It's kind of like I was saying before, not to repeat myself too much, but it's kind of like you being 18, because no, it's kind of like you being 13 and you're buying, let's say your foot size is 11 and you're planning to buy 11 for the rest of your life. That doesn't make sense. You're still growing. You know what I'm saying? You're going to outgrow size 11 if you're 13 years old wearing size 11 shoes. So if someone gives you information as though size 11 is the finality, it's the final size of footwear you'll be wearing at 13, as you grow up, it's not informative information. So depending on, the response and the support for Man Vantage, I'll flip it and make Boy Vantage, and I'm probably gonna make another series called I'll spin that off and create Woman Disadvantage. You know what I'm saying? Another book, because I think the woman's perspective should be seen. Just to touch up on it a little before I get to what this stream is about, is that I think a lot of women, the society we live in, it's designed to hypersexualize the women so they don't know how to bond and actually live with a man in a stable environment. You know what I'm saying? A stable environment. You know what I'm saying? It's all about hypersexualizing the women so they can't even coexist. I mean, think about it. You know what I'm saying? Think about if you were in college and you're with a woman right now. Let's say you're with a woman. You know what I'm saying? What is pushed on you? It's pushed on you that, yo, man, you gotta get to them panties ASAP. You gotta sleep with her ASAP. That you should not be bonding with her. You should look at it as a loss that you're with your girl, y'all hold hands, y'all just kiss and cuddle. You haven't slept with her yet. Think about that. Think about what society is doing when the message is that if you're not on third base from the first night, you failed. So really society is pushing a woman and the man in a perspective where their sole interaction should be sex. It should solely be sex without the ability to pair bond, without any bonding. Because the problem bonding creates between a man and a woman is stability. It creates stability. You know what I'm saying? And that is a problem when you have a hypersexualized society that's built on consumption. You know what I mean? I've been telling guys this for over, since I had this channel, for over 4 years. We live in a society that is anti-stability. You know what I'm saying? A man and a woman, like in the 90s, since I'm a product of the 90s, is that you would be able to tell when a woman is in a relationship. You would be able to tell when a woman has had children. You would be able to tell. You know what I'm saying? Because the way she dressed and carried herself would change. Like women that had children wore less makeup. You know what I'm saying? They did their nails far less. You know what I'm saying? They went out far less. They didn't have as much. They didn't have tats or nothing. Their whole goal was now being a maternal, being a mother. You know what I'm saying? Their role in life became they want to be the best mom they can be. You know what I'm saying? They don't need to do all these hair extensions. They don't need to, wear all this makeup. You know what I'm saying? They're a mother now. You know what I'm saying? They can now live for their children. Their children are the priority of their life. And you could see that based on the reflection of how they carried themselves. You know what I'm saying? It was stable and very healthy for a woman. You know what I'm saying? She didn't worry about long nails and all that bullshit. You know what I mean? All that makeup and, you know what I'm saying? All the accessories. Her life became about necessities. What is What is a necessary thing for her and her children? What are the necessities? You know what I'm saying? That's what women used to live like. But when the plan started to work, a lot of guys don't understand the plan. You know, 1969, when no fault divorce was passed, a lot of guys think, oh man, divorce was all about getting the men's money, getting the money out of the man, and divorce. No, the goal of a hyper divorce society is to lead to an over sexualized society. The less daughters had their fathers around, the less they grew up in a household where they knew how to coexist with a man from a point of no no sex, and a point of authority. You know what I'm saying? A daughter that grows up in a, not the modern household, you know, the modern household, the father, whether he's there or not, it don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? We need to stop this narrative that, well, you know, how is she a thought if she came from a two-family household? That don't mean shit no more, man. We need. This is why the black pill. I gotta do a video on the black pill 4.0. You know, we need to stop this narrative, man. That a two-family household matters. It does not mean anything. Two-family household means shit, man. It doesn't mean anything. If a woman comes from a two-family household, it just means she's better trained to play the game. You know what I'm saying? Because odds are, in today's society, odds are the father is a bitch. You know what I'm saying? The father, odds are in today's modern society, the father is a bitch, man. You know what I'm saying? Odds are her father was a bitch. He let her dress the way she wanted. He let her go out with her friends whenever he wanted. You know, express yourself, honey. You know what I'm saying? She's a little girl. You know what I'm saying? How can you look at your daughter as a father and say, yo, give her everything she wants when she doesn't even know how the world works anymore? You know what I'm saying? She doesn't even know how the world works, and you want to treat her like some fucking fictional princess. You're playing the role of a fucking king. You ain't no fucking king, man. You know what I'm saying? Any man that's playing the role of a king, this is why I say the manosphere. You know what I'm saying? Give me a minute. Give me had to handle something. But you know, the thing I'm telling you is, man, the father doesn't mean anything. The father, in all honesty, the father, we're at the point in society where she had a father becomes a very, it becomes like, I don't believe in that whole fucking flags thing. The flag shit is bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? We're in a life of constant mobility. You're either looking at life with the traffic lights or you're not looking at it in any way. You know what I'm saying? I don't use the whole red flag and all that bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? The red flags. There ain't no such things as flags on the road of life. You know what I'm saying? On the road of life, we're moving forward. And if you're moving, when's the last time you saw a fucking flag on the road? You know what I'm saying? So I don't use the roads. I don't use flags. Life is simple, man. We're on the road, and there's traffic signs. That's it, man. You're either in the green, it's go all the way, green. You know what I'm saying? Or you're in the yellow, caution, or you're in the red light, which is stop. You know what I mean? There is no such thing as a fucking flags in life. Oh man, that's a huge red flag. That's a huge red flag. That's a huge red flag. You know the meaning of a flag, right? A lot of guys don't know, man. Shout out to the homie JP, man. A lot of guys don't know what is a flag. The meaning of a flag is that it's planted. You know what I'm saying? That means it's already planted on the soil. That means it's already too late. It's already claimed. You know what I'm saying? This whole red lights crap, red flag, it's BS, man. If you're still using a flag system, you're failing. You know what I'm saying? Failures are using, that's a red flag. Red flag. Nah, man. In life, just like we're on the road, there are traffic signs. You ignore the traffic signs at your own peril, at your own risk. You know what I'm saying? Ignore a red light, man. You know what I'm saying? Ignore a red light, man. Drive on the road like if you drive, what happens if you drive on the road during a red light? You know what I'm saying? You might get hit. You might get destroyed. You might not make it. That is life, man. Life, we're on the road, man. We're always moving forward. Even when you're not moving, you're going forward. Like imagine if you stand still. If you were to stand still right now, does life stop moving? No. We're, the you know what I'm saying? The time is still moving around you. Time is still moving. So there's no such thing as you're remaining still. Like, how can you remain still when the globe is always moving? There's no such thing as stopping. You can slow down in life. You know what I'm saying? You can slow down. There's no such thing as stopping. You know what I mean? You slow down a little, but life doesn't stop moving, man. So the whole flag system, it's obsolete. It makes no sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm on a journey of life. Well, that's a red flag. That's a red flag. Come on, man. The flag system doesn't make any fucking sense, man. You know what I mean? It's outdated, man. It is dead. You know what I mean? A man who waits, if you gotta see a flag, you've already failed, man. You know what I'm saying? You're on the road and you see a flag, that's when you stop. You failed. That means you ignored all of the traffic signs. You ignored all of the traffic signs. You ignored the red. You ignored the yellow. You just kept fucking driving. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the homie OG. You just kept driving, So to me, man, to get back to it, the man vantage, depending on, the support, I'll turn it out. I plan to do a spin-off series, the boy vantage, because I think a lot of boys growing up today are being fed a man's information, and a man's information has nothing to do with a boy. He's still growing, he's still maturing. Then if that goes well, I'll probably do another spinoff where I do the woman disadvantage. You know what I'm saying? Because as much as people in the manosphere keep spewing this bullshit that the women have the advantage, the women have won. the war, the battle of the sexes. It doesn't exist, man. How can the battle of the sexes exist when all the rules are man-made? You know what I'm saying? How can there be a battle between the sexes when all of the rules are man-made? Somebody tell me that. You know what I'm saying? Look at a good example is the WNBA. The WNBA, you know, a lot of guys say, oh, the WNBA women, they're disrespectful. They don't respect the men. They don't respect the NBA. You know, blame the women. Guess who owns the WNBA? If you want a perfect example of feminism, look at the WNBA. It's owned by the NBA. That means every talking point from the WNBA is supported by the NBA. Who owns the NBA? The men. The men own the NBA. So all the talking points, all the madness from the WNBA, it is man-made. And that is the best metaphor, an example of feminism. It's the WNBA, funded by the NBA, by the men. And if you hear the WNBA, they say, we should be paid the same as the men. We're just as qualified. Our sport is better. You know what I'm saying? All their talking points are supported by the male-owned NBA. Yet you got guys making videos, yo, these women are delusional. These women in the WNBA, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Well, it's male-funded. It's owned by the male league. The WNBA is owned by the NBA, where nothing but men play basketball against each other. So all the talking points from the women in the WNBA is fueled and funded by the NBA, which is owned by the men. Just like your so-called feminism. Feminism is fueled by men. You won't hear this on other channels. You know, they're too scared for that. You know, they're too terrified to explain that, you know, the feminism is man-made. It's by men. You know what I'm saying? Feminism got nothing to do with women. You know what I'm saying? I said this on a stream years. It had to be over 2 years I said on a stream. Some people looked at me a little crazy, or some people didn't catch it. I said, yo, women don't lie. Women don't lie, because how can the women lie when all the rules are written by the men? You know what I'm saying? So how can a woman lie to you? If a woman looked at you right now and said she loved you, she wanted to be with you, how is she lying when the divorce happens? She takes whatever she wants. How is she lying when she's playing based on the rules that the men made? She's not even allowed to be a woman. You know what I'm saying? In this society, you're not experiencing women in this society. You're experiencing women that are literally puppets of a male-owned government that literally doesn't even allow women to be women. You know what I'm saying? The government has shifted the narrative to say, oh, a woman being gentle, kind, and sweet, that's not feminine. That's weakness. Who would say that? Think of these talking points. Who would say being gentle, sweet, loving, kind? Who would say that's weakness? That's men. We would say that's weakness. If another man came to me, yo, man, he's too gentle, he's too kind, I'd look at him like, that's a weak-ass dude, man. That's a weak-ass man, man. Yo, there might be a way to take advantage of him. There might be, he's weak. There might be a way to beat him up. There might be a way to take what he has. If you look at the feminism talking points through the scope of a man, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? What happens when a woman speaks on behalf of a man? All the talking points, all that's natural about a woman is stripped. It's stripped to become the man's perspective. So, you know, a woman being kind, sweet, gentle, you know what I'm saying? The whole media is pushing out, oh, that's weakness, that's negative, She's vulnerable. That's misogynistic. That's sexist. That's basically saying a woman existing in her natural state is wrong. Who would who would push this narrative besides our fellow man? Beside our fellow man, who would push this? You know what I'm saying? Since the beginning of female history, you know what I'm saying? What women were pushing, being gentle, being a mother, and all that stuff is something wrong. You know what I'm saying? When I used to watch shows and movies from the 60s and 50s and all that, the narrative was the strength of a woman for giving birth. You know what I'm saying? The patience, the power of her being intact with her natural existence. You know what I'm saying? I won't lie, I'm a TV buff, man. I watched a lot of TV growing up. I didn't read a lot of books, man. I could probably tell you the amount of books I've read. I could probably count them on one hand. Let me see. I think I read Huckleberry Finn, The Great Gatsby. I read some of it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I didn't read that much. I'm not well read. You know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid to admit that. So when you look at society and you got a whole male space saying, well, the big bad boogeymen are the women. The women are speaking like men, but the men are so deluded. They've bought into the delusion so much they think the women speaking to them are women. It's not a male's narrative. You know what I'm saying? What woman would say giving birth is weakness? What woman would say carrying a child in her womb is weakness? Being gentle is weakness? What natural woman would say that? These are all male talking points. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Some of that is covered on Man Vantage, you know. But let me read what Connor said quick. The problem with lookism is that what can be perceived as beauty now can change in the future. A new definition of beauty will emerge, and people that got surgery would not be defined as beauty. Yeah. Yo, me and Connor spoke about this I think I spoke to you about this, Connor, over 2 years ago when people were talking about lookism, and me and Connor had, Connor thought I was being antagonistic, but I was just, somebody thought I was being simpish or whatever, or I was being elitist or whatever. I just said, lookism doesn't matter. Because lookism is always changing. Like, if you look at men from the 80s, they were hairy and all that. I think, no, it was the 70s or 60s. You know what I'm saying? Lookism is actually built around commercialism. Think about it. The modern man, what's deemed attractive right now is a man who is hairless. You know what I'm saying? Hairless, like a fucking chicken stripped of all its feathers. It's a hairless man with no facial hair. The only hair he should have is on his head. The rest of his body should be shaved, you know what I'm saying, stripped bare. You know what I'm saying? That's the image that's deemed of a attractive man today. You know what I'm saying? Lookism doesn't mean anything. I remember talking to guys in the black pill community. They were like, oh man, the rice sells. Guys were making fun of anybody who was Asian in the so-called black pill community. But what's the number one band? What's the number one boy band that's got women screaming, taking off their clothes? It's an Asian band. It's I think, what is it? South Korean band. Number one bands right now, number one boy bands. And their names, how you could tell their names, what is it? It was BTS. There's another band called BLXB. I don't know who names these South Korean bands, man. It's crazy. It's just the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's a Korean band right now. You know what I'm saying? And the girls are going wild for these Korean bands, Number one boy bands. Think about it. One Direction was the number one boy band back in the 2000s. And now, and since the 2010s, the late 2010s till now, the number one boy bands are Asians. Asian men are the number one boy bands right now. Yet you got this so-called the black pill space attacking rice cells, attacking Asian guys, you know what I'm saying? Telling them they ain't nothing when the number one bands in America right now are all Asian men. You know what I'm saying? Yet you want me to believe all the lowest in the podium, the lowest men in the podium are the Asian men. Yet the number one boy bands making hundreds of millions of dollars. You don't even understand them. You know, their accent is bad when they sing in English. They're the number one bands. Yet you want me to believe the so-called rice cells are losing. You know what I'm saying? You want me to believe that the Asian men are losing. You know what I mean? Come on, man. That's jealousy. You know, the black pill ain't about jealousy, man. The black pill is looking at it through a finite scope, mathematically, absolute logic. There is no room for idealism. There is no room for emotion and feelings. The black pill is straight scientific mathematics. Right now, the number one man in pop culture, music, boy bands, and guess what? Guess what, man? Before the Asian boy bands took over, what were they saying? The boy bands are dead. You know, it's dead. It's over. You know what I'm saying? Boy bands are over. Then the dudes from South Korea came and took over, and the number one band, boy bands, BTX, whatever the hell their name is, I don't know, because you know all these South Korean boy bands are named after random letters. You know what I'm saying? Random letters. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But you know, let me get back to the purpose of this stream. You know what I'm saying? You know, man, you know, my bad. You know, I went on a long, but you know, this is black pill content, man. You know, I could say we're going north, and then the whole, you know, a whole lot of the stream is going south. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, this is why we're the content. This is why they're copying our content. They're stripping it. They're stealing the words and all that. Because you know, you come to a black pillar stream, you don't know what you gonna get. You know what I'm saying? It's the unknown. But you do know one thing, man. We gotta keep it black pill and keep it moving. You know, so but to get on what this stream is about, and I'll probably re-upload this stream. You know, I'm gonna leave some talking points so I can remember to chop it up and re-upload it. So I'll just say I'll re-upload it. I'm gonna say re-upload like 3 times. Re-upload, re-upload. That way I have a sound bite to know where I should clip it. You know, but basically to get to what this stream is about. You know what I'm saying? What this stream is about is that simping. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of men in the manosphere talk about simping, but they don't fully break it down. You know what I mean? I was talking, shout out to the homie Pars, man. Shout out to Pars, Ojit. Shout out to Ojit, Pars, and JP. I was talking to them yesterday, and that's when I figured out. I was like, man, I never did a video on simping. I've talked about simping a lot. You know, I've talked about it, but I never did a full video on simping. So, you know what I mean? I need to tackle it. I need to talk about simping and what it's about. I think when it comes to simping, we've all seen and talked about it from a surface level. We haven't spoken about simping on what it truly is. You know, I think a lot of guys know the basics. You know, simping for a woman, you know, we all know the meaning of simping is, I forget the word. I think it's for simping is for minuscule or, you know, low grade woman, whatever, vag or whatever it is. You know, everybody knows the definition of simping. It's a guy seeking a woman that ain't worth the time or the lowest value of woman, whatever. You know what I'm saying? The lowest value. But I think we haven't broken down simping. That's a surface level. Surface level simping, it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows that. We already know this surface level. You know what I'm saying? But the simping I'm gonna be talking about is what's beneath the surface, the soil. The soil. And a lot of guys don't have the balls. What I mean, they don't have the level. They don't got the black pill. They haven't taken a Casper pill. They can't push themselves away from it. They're still hypnotized by so-called feminism and all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? All that BS. So they talk from simping from a perspective of the basics. What we're going to be talking about is, what's below the surface. And, some of the stuff you're about to hear, you won't be comfortable with, But, I'm just going to drop it like, tell it like it is, man. A lot of guys don't even know that, we've been pushed to think about it, going raw. A lot of guys, we grew up with that narrative of going raw. You know what I mean? Oh, the homie age of Crocodile, what's good, man? What's good, bro? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? What's up, man? Good seeing you up here. You think them Nazis were called pink pill Nazis? Hey, man, you go back to the stream, man. Hitler fought for the closet. That's all I can say. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, let's break down simping. Let's get to the soil. Now, we were taught about a lot of your boys. We grew up in the 90s, man. You know what I'm saying? Some guys have grown up right now. A lot of guys think going raw. You know what I'm saying? Going raw. A lot of guys think going raw is an achievement. That sleeping with a woman without a condom is an accomplishment. It's something you should be proud of. You know what I'm saying? That it's a sign that you're a man, you're manly. You got to sleep with her without a condom. Oh, man, congratulations. You're such a masculine man. You're such a legend. What a lot of guys don't understand is that simping. You know what I'm saying? If you're sleeping with a woman you don't know raw, that's simping. That means that you're willing to sacrifice your life. Think about it. We're in the year 2023. We all know about the STDs, syphilis, herpes, AIDS, HIV. We know all of this, man. And, these are the same guys saying, oh, women are the most delusional. Women are the most delusional, right? But we got a whole, in the year 2023, you still got guys shaming you. Oh, you didn't go raw, man. You didn't go raw in her, bro. You failed. That's simping, man. Simping is, you know what I'm saying? What is simping? Compromising yourself. Putting yourself in a state of a compromise that endangers you for what? For pussy, man. You know what I'm saying? For pussy, for the experience. So think about it. You're willing to risk your life, your health, just so you can experience going raw in a woman. You know what I'm saying? No one would say that's simping. You're willing to place the experience of going raw in her above your own health and your whole life. You know what I'm saying? That's not simping. You know what I'm saying? Simping is when, well, I'm going to buy her a car. I didn't sleep with her. I'm going to buy her a car. I'm going to give her money. That's simping, right? But you sleeping with a chick where you don't even know her body count. You don't even know her health. You don't even know whether she has an STD or not. That's not simping. You going in raw just for the experience, just so she can validate you. That's not simping. You know what I'm saying? But so simping is only materialistic. You know what I'm saying? It's only when you're going in for material, when you're investing in her based on materialistic values in her appearance. You know what I'm saying? So what would they call that? Cucking. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she look good, man. I don't care if she got 5 kids. I'm going to wife that up. That's simping. You know what I'm saying? But going in raw when you don't even know this chick, you don't even know her, man. And remember, we're in the year 2023 where Tinder is literally a notification away. You know what I'm saying? That's not simping. You know what I mean? That's not simping going in raw in a chick you don't even know. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know her. You don't even know if you're going into a vag and there's already ranch dressing in there. There's already ranch from another man. There's already ranch dressing from another man. There was a chick, I remember, there was a chick who admitted that she slept with over 6 dudes on Tinder in less than 2 hours. You think she cleaned up the ranch dressing? You know what I'm saying? How many dudes went into that with the ranch dressing of another man? And how many of those dudes already went in raw? Like think about the narrative of how guys are getting AIDS. Think about it. If you think about AIDS, and they've said a straight male usually doesn't get AIDS like that. You know what I'm saying? Think about Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson was a basketball player. He caught AIDS. Now, before I knew about the philosophy, before I knew about the philosophy, the black pill, before I got into it and understood it, I used to look at it and say, "Oh man, Magic Johnson got AIDS because man, he went in raw. He slept with too many women raw." I just thought of the surface level. I didn't think about it from a black pill perspective. And I didn't think about it from the Casper pill where I removed myself completely. No attachments, no jealousy, nothing. And now I understand, how did Magic Johnson get AIDS? How did he get it? How do most men get AIDS? It's because you were sleeping with a woman that's already slept with another man and then clean up. She didn't clean up the crime scene, man. She didn't clean up the crime scene where the last dude shot up the club, man. He shot up his ranch dressing in there. You know what I mean? You went in raw and you touched another man's ranch dressing, and now you got AIDS. You know what I'm saying? Why did your father not want you to sleep with these thoughts, man? Wife up these hoes. Because when you bring them into your bedroom, you're bringing another man. You're bringing the ranch dressing of another man. You know what I'm saying? But that's not simping. Oh man, I've accomplished it. I'm a successful guy. I'm so successful, man. I went in raw with her. You went in raw when you don't even know where she's been. The guys that used to go raw in like the 1940s or 30s, dude, you know what I'm saying? Where else would their girl go to? You know what I'm saying? There wasn't much places she could go to. It was very hard for her to find another man. There was so much at risk. There was no fault divorce. She was allowed to still be a normal woman somewhat. You gotta remember the female vote is still active. You know what I'm saying? Yo, man, the homie Kalala, man. Kalala, you got, you know what I'm saying? Yo, you got Google image, man. Make that movie poster, Revenge of the Ranch. Revenge of the Ranch. Yo, if you can make a movie poster with like ranch dressing and like some women screaming like a horror movie, legendary. You know what I'm saying? That'd be a legendary image, you know? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you dipped, yo, the homie, man, OG, you dipped in another man's ranch dressing, man. You double dipped. Think about the notion double dipping. Double dipped, man. You double dipped, man. You dipped in another man's ranch dressing. And now let's get back to Magic Johnson. So how did Magic Johnson get AIDS? Now, one thing we know from studying athletes and knowing about athletes is that we know to train. Like a lot of women cheerleaders and women that interact with a lot of athletes, they get trains run on them. And think about the narrative of running a train. That means multiple dudes dipping in another man's ranch dressing. You know what I'm saying? Dipping in it, re-dipping. Another guy comes in, another guy dips in the ranch. You know what I'm saying? In another man's sweat. Yeah. Another man's sweat, another man's body. I mean, that's not simping though, right? That's not simping. You know what I'm saying? That's not simping though. That's an accomplishment. You went in raw, you know what I'm saying? You ran a train on her. You don't know that other. So think about what you're adding here. You don't know what the other man's doing. You don't know what this woman's doing. You do know that she's used to being having a train ran on her. She's a train track. You know what I'm saying? That's the new word right now, man. I'm dropping a new word. Somebody could steal this from this. Somebody could steal this watching this stream from the red pill and the lesser pill community. You know what I'm saying? We calling broads train tracks from now on. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of train tracks out there. You know what I mean? There's a lot of cheerleaders that are train tracks. You know what I'm saying? You can't run a train without tracks. You know what I mean? So, somebody could steal this word, You know what I mean? I know you watching, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm the guy they hate to love, man. Oh, man, I hate to hold the truth hostage, but I need to steal something. I need to steal some new words, man. Who knows what he's going to say next? Yeah, so there's a lot of train tracks out there, man. There's a lot of train tracks. And think about it. It's so loose down there, man. It's so loose. You know what I'm saying? What does a train do? A train is usually, when you see a train go under a tunnel, them tunnels, that hole is very loose, man. There's no way that train can't fit in that fucking tunnel. You know what I'm saying? There's no way that train can't fit in that tunnel. It's so loose. You know what I mean? So the way I think Magic Johnson got AIDS is that, one of his homeboys, and remember, you can't tell. Shout out to the homie, man. Let me share this right here, man. Shout out to the homie, man. This right here was perfect, man. This is perfect, man. Man, the homies, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the meme. Some of the homies on the Discord are memeing with God. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way I can explain it. They're memeing. They're creating memes on a godlike level, man. Godlike. You know what I'm saying? Look at that, man. One of the homies, man, straight. You know what I'm saying? We're hiring part-time. PTS, man. I remember I'm going to tell you something, man. This is how I know what I be saying is factual, is that it shocked people in real life, man. I was working somewhere and I brought up the word part-time, man. There's a lot of part-time straight men. And a lot of dudes went, oh, God. They got shocked. They were, oh, shit, PTS, part-time straight. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of part-time straight guys, man. We just broke down in this stream that Hitler was in the closet. You know what I'm saying? If Hitler was in the closet, Magic Johnson's teammates were in the closet. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of part-times, man. You know what I'm saying? How did Dr. Dre, the rapper, get AIDS and die? Oh, Dr. Dre. Now, I think you're talking about Eazy-E. You're talking about Eazy-E, who's I go watch. You know what I'm saying? But part-time, you can't be part-time closet, man. There's you know what I mean? The closet is a full-time event. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, modern eugenics stated in the States. Yeah, the homie. Yeah, Eazy-E died of AIDS. So the homie made this meme, man. If you're not using Bing, get yourself Bing. Use Bing image generator, bro. Or get yourself Chat GPT Plus. It will generate image with Dolly. You got to get a little creative because they've censored the hell out of it. But yeah, man. So Magic Johnson, think about it. You don't know, man. You don't know your homies, man. You know what I'm saying? The closet. You know what I mean? There's a portable closet. So what is the portable closet? I'm the one who started the word portable closet. And a lot of people ask, what is the difference between the closet and the portable closet? The closet, you don't know, man. You won't know. The closet is at someone's house. So they won't act, they won't act sus. They won't act any way that gives it away. You know what I'm saying? The portable closet is when you're with your homie and he's showing signs, man. He's showing signs he's in the closet. It's portable. He's taking the closet outside of his home where he can hide it. That's the portable closet. You know what I'm saying? The portable closet is when someone takes closeted behavior outside of their home. It's portable. It's the portable closet. You know what I mean? You don't know how many of your homies are in the closet. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to know who's in the closet. You know? You know what I mean? They don't show it. They're closeted HMOs. You know what I'm saying? Closeted HMOs. You know what I mean? That's another word people could take. You know, HMO. You know what I'm saying? Closeted HMOs. You don't know. But the portable closet, let me show you a sign of the portable closet right now. Let me play it for you so you can understand the portable closet. You know what I mean? This is an example of the portable closet.
The dudes that's the only thing about being out here. I told you it's a gay beach, so the dudes are like jaw dropping when they see me. You gonna see a couple of them on camera do it. It's funny as hell. But that's fun because as long as they homegirls see, that's.
You see that, man? That's the portable closet. You know what I'm saying? A guy going to a gay section of the beach, then saying he's looking for women. That's the portable closet. The portable closet is traveling with the closet, doing closeted activity right in public, right in the public site. Let's see another one.
I was talking to this guy on their team, smart guy. He's homosexual, and he was saying, because I was like, man, I've theorized that if you take the average net worth of a heterosexual guy versus the average net worth of a homosexual guy, guaranteed the net worth of a homosexual guy is higher. And he was like, no, that's actually true.
Why would that be?
Well, because they don't deal with women. Yeah. So think about this. They can just get on Grindr.
But don't they? Okay. I already see.
Oh, see where I'm going here?
Yeah.
So they can just get on Grindr, get what the hell they need done, and then go right back to work, and then keep.
I mean, see, you saw the other guy. I get it. Oh no, I get it. Portable closet.
Guys
one more.
What they like, then let them guys be, bro. I'm out.
Bro, Rio has so many friends, so many.
If you go to the beach, find the gay area, sit in the gay area. I'm telling you, bro, gay dudes here in Brazil throw the best alley-oops. The gay dudes here in Brazil throw hella oops.
I'm out.
Oh man. Yo, the portable closet is real, man. The portable closet is real, dog. And most of the manosphere, there's a lot of portable closet activity in the manosphere. I gotta do a new stream. I'm gonna talk to some of the homies, man, to make a thumbnail, but I gotta do a stream on the closet again, man. You know what I mean? The portable closet. I gotta do a stream dedicated to the portable closet. You know what I'm saying? Because the portable closet in the manosphere, it's becoming insane at this point. You know what I'm saying? It's going crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna give you an example of the portable closet. I'm gonna give you an example. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna shout out to the homie JP. You know, shout out to Ojit. Shout out to the homie Pars. I was chopping it up with him. Shout out to the homie Gold. You know, shout out to some of the homies, you know what I mean, on the Discord. But I'm gonna give you an example of the portable closet, you know. And it slips by a lot of men. A lot of men aren't aware that this is portable closet activity. You know what I'm saying? I was chopping it up with one of the homies, and he made me think about this. You know what I'm saying? He made me think about this. And I made this word up over 2 years ago. I call it man tension. Man tension. You know what I'm saying? Man attention. You know what I'm saying? That's the word, man attention. If you're on a panel with nothing but men, okay, you're on a panel with nothing but men. Let's say you're on a panel with nothing but men. You're talking on YouTube, and a woman shows up. A woman shows up on the panel, and the first response by the men in this panel is to be aggressive towards that woman. I mean, curse her out. You know what I'm saying? Be negative to her, call her a hoe, a thought. They just can't control themselves. When a woman gets on the panel, that is portable closet activity. Now, why is that portable closet activity, you're asking? Because that woman showing up is a threat for the man tension that these guys on this panel were getting. So when a woman shows up, these guys get mad at this woman because she becomes a threat to them getting attention from other men. Portable closet activity. Come on, man. That's portable closet behavior, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the portable closet. You know what I mean? If you're mad that a woman shows up and your first instinct is to attack a woman, and usually what men attack a woman, what men get more aggressive, more angry when a woman draws near, it's usually men in the closet. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen videos of, rainbow riders. You know what I'm saying? I've seen Transformers attack a woman. Usually the man that will put his hands on a woman isn't, a random woman usually ain't a man that's straight. A man that ain't straight sees a woman as competition. You know what I'm saying? Competition. So if you're on a panel with nothing but men, and the first instinct is to attack a female guest with a hyper level of verbal aggression, that's a sign of the portable closet, man. You know what I'm saying? Because any man, when I'm on YouTube and if a female guest pops up, man, I'm going to become more neutral. I'm going to become more calm because, we know what's at risk. You know what I'm saying? You offend that woman, you could lose access. The whole channel could be gone. You know what I mean? That's why, you don't, if you're doing manosphere content, you don't put women. You don't put women on there really because, the homie Ojit, Myron Gaines sounded a little too happy talking about rich closets. Yeah, I mean, Myron Gaines' dream, there's photos of Myron Gaines in bed with Ivy League rich men. Myron, in the words of Eminem, Myron Gaines went to a private school. You know what I'm saying? His name is Clarence. You know what I mean? Remember that 8 Mile rhyme? His name, Myron Gaines, went to a private school. And how come Myron always brings up wealth with men, rainbow riders? Myron doesn't talk about men in the closet. It's rainbow riders. If the men are out and about, I don't disrespect rainbow riders. They're out about, they're not hiding it. Then, they're the rainbow riders. Myron Gaines is always talking about money when it comes to rainbow riders. Oh man, he's saying, yeah, odds are if you interact with a rainbow rider, there's a higher chance they're richer than the full-time straight men. You know what I'm saying? Why is Myron Gaines so so hyper focused on rainbow riders being rich? Because Myron Gaines went to a private school where he slept in bed with rich, influential rainbow riders. You know what I'm saying? Myron Gaines, you gotta look at Myron Gaines like you look at a woman that's a gold digger. Man, what would you call a man that's in the closet looking for rich rainbow riders? You know what I'm saying? What is that? Well, yeah, I think I had a word for it. If you got gold diggers, then you got to have gold miners. You know what I'm saying? Gold miners. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not a digger. He's a miner. You know what I mean? Myron Gaines is a gold miner. He's looking for a rich rainbow rider to make him, their boy toy or some shit like that. Their trophy or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Their rainbow trophy. You know what I mean? That's what Myron Gaines is looking for. You know what I mean? Allegedly, I think, my opinion, whatever. You know, well, it ain't an opinion. I mean, there's photos of the guy in bed with naked men. You know what I'm saying? There's photos of him at the Pride Parade wearing flowers and roses. And what does Myron Gaines do, man? Around women, he's so-called Frank White. You know, he's what is it, Frank Castle or something? What straight man would think that he's more masculine when he's aggressive towards women? You know what I'm saying? That's got to be a dude that's in the closet. Myron Gaines is a portable closet champion. You know what I'm saying? He's in the portable closet club. You know what I'm saying? And he's a closet recruiter. You know, but yeah, but you know, I went off topic. You know what I mean? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, but to get back to it, like I was saying, man, a lot of guys speaking about simping, they only speak from the surface level. The surface level. They don't speak from beneath the surface, the soil of it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of men that are proudly promoting they go raw. They go and if you're going in raw in the year 2023, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a level of simping that's beyond. You're willing to just get STDs and AIDS just for the sexual validation of a woman. Just to get the sexual validation. You know what I'm saying? That's high level simping right there. That's simping. That's simping beyond. You know what I'm saying? I would have to say I have more respect for the materialistic simp. You know what I'm saying? He's at least willing to risk his financial gains. He's not willing to risk his life. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of guys. Think about it. It's the year 2023. With all the information we know about AIDS, hepatitis C, herpes, you know what I'm saying, super gonorrhea. Like there's literally like gonorrhea has had a Goku moment. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Gonorrhea has said, Frieza! You know what I'm saying? Gonorrhea has gone Super Saiyan. You know what I'm saying? Gonorrhea has gone Super Saiyan in Texas. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Gonorrhea has gone to the Super Saiyan form. You know what I'm saying? You know, gonorrhea is like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to think. Well, it wouldn't be freezer. It would be, what do they call it? What do they call that thing they try to treat gonorrhea with? It's not pesticide. It's penicillin. Yeah, penicillin. You know what I'm saying? Gonorrhea is gone. Penicillin! Penicillin, you've killed syphilis Krillin. You've killed syphilis Krillin. You've gone too far. You know what I'm saying? Gonorrhea has gone Super Saiyan, man. Come on, man. Just picture that. Gonorrhea's, you know, and Goku went, you've killed syphilis Krillin. You've killed syphilin. You know what I'm saying? Syphilin, Krillis. I'm trying to say the word right. You've killed Krillasyphilin. You've killed Krillasyphilin. You've gone too far, penicillin. You've gone too far. You know what I'm saying? You've gone too far, penicillin. You know what I'm saying? And you know, penicillin's like, oh my God, the legends of the Super Saiyan syphilis. Oh my God. the legendary Super Saiyan syphilis. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Syphilis is gone Super Saiyan. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Syphilis is gone Super Saiyan. You know what I'm saying? With all this knowledge of super syphilis, man. You know what I'm saying? You've gone too far. You've gone too far, penicillin. You know what I'm saying? You killed Krillin syphilis. You know what I'm saying? And you've killed Vegeta syphilis. You know what I mean? Vegeta syphilis. You've killed him. You've killed the prince of all syphilis. How could you, penicillin? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? One of the homies is about to I think Kalala might do it, man. Kalala, the legend who made that Conan 19, he might now make a syphilis going Super Saiyan. You know, syphilis is gone Super Saiyan, man. You still got guys bragging. I went raw. I went raw, man, because I'm a real man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real man. I went raw. You know what I'm saying? And you're telling me women are delusional, man. Come on, bro. The whole manosphere is built on this narrative that the women are delusional, yet you have guys going in raw and strippers. Going in raw and strippers, wife having think about it. Drake went raw in a stripper and had a baby. Who knows what Drake has? You know what I'm saying? We know Drake ain't the first to go raw in there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And you got a whole culture of men giving each other high fives. I went raw, high five. Nah, I'm good, man. I don't know about that high five. Syphilis is gone Super Saiyan. There's Super Saiyan syphilis, man, out there, and it's more powerful. You know what I'm saying? It knows the spirit syphilis bomb. You know what I'm saying? The spirit syphilis. You know what I'm saying? It knows the Kamehame syphilis. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? It knows the instant syphilis transmission. Come on, man, dude. I ain't going in raw like that, man. You know what I'm saying? It knows the instant syphilis transmission. Come on, man. It's too powerful. Syphilis is gone Super Saiyan. You know what I'm saying? It even knows the Gallic syphilis gun. You know what I'm saying? It knows the Gallic syphilis gun. You know what I'm saying? It knows the Dodon syphilis ray. Come on, man. It knows the special beam syphilis cannon. Come on, man. It knows the Masenko syphilis. You know what I'm saying? It knows the tri-syphilis beam. Yo, man, you know what I'm saying? It knows the death ball syphilis. I can't be going in raw like that, man. Come on, man. I can't. Oh, the homie Connor, drop it, man. My mother works in a pharmacy. She told me the amount of people that goes there because STD medication is atrocious. She always tells me to use a condom. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Use a condom. But you got guys, no, dude, you're using a condom because you're weak, bro. You're ashamed. The only real men going raw. And notice, in the manosphere, they always say the women talk of shaming language. Dude, we men literally will haze each other. Come on, bro. Come on, man. You're telling me women are they're the ones using the most shame language when men will literally haze you and shame you to the grave. Like, they will fight you. You know what I'm saying? There are guys that got jumped because they didn't follow. They were shamed and they said, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Just remember, people, you know what I'm saying? You heard it on the stream. Super Saiyan syphilis. You know what I'm saying? Super Saiyan, like, penicillin isn't working anymore. You know what I'm saying? Penicillin, like Freezer. Remember when Freezer went to his 100% form? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Penicillin went to its 100 form, 100%. This is penicillin at 100%. And penicillin still got its ass whooped by Super Saiyan syphilis. You know what I'm saying? And we haven't even seen syphilis ascend beyond the Super Saiyan syphilis. You know what I'm saying? It hasn't gone to Super Saiyan syphilis 2. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine that, dude. Pretty soon they're gonna have to give people to get rid of syphilis when syphilis is gone. So you remember when Goku went to Super Saiyan 3? This is what happens when you go beyond ascending to syphilis 2. Remember when Goku was screaming, ah! This is what happens when you go beyond syphilis 2. This is going to Super Saiyan syphilis 3. Just imagine when they got to use radiation to cure you of syphilis, man. Think about that. They got to use radiation. The penicillin and antibiotics ain't working. Syphilis it's too powerful. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The syphilis has gone beyond. It's ascended. You know what I'm saying? Remember when Gohan went to Super Saiyan 2? You know what I'm saying? Somebody's gonna you know what I'm saying? Somebody's gonna inject, they're gonna inject, they're gonna inject penicillin, on the syphilis with a machine, and you know what I'm saying? Like when Gohan went Super Saiyan, let me turn on the lights quick, and that little line went through Gohan's head. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, the syphilis! It's going beyond Super Saiyan syphilis. It's ascending. You know what I'm saying? We had the perfect penicillin. You know what I'm saying? The syphilis is now defeating perfect penicillin. You know? Yeah, shout out to the homie Nez, man. Now syphilis is going to defeat perfect penicillin. You know what I'm saying? Like perfect cell. You know what I'm saying? The doctors we've made the perfect penicillin and antibiotics. There's no way Super Saiyan penicillin can defeat perfect. You know what I mean? There's no way Super Saiyan, syphilis can defeat perfect antibiotics. There's no way. There's no way. Inject it with a machine. Oh my God! It's going beyond Super Saiyan penicillin. It's ascending. It's going to Super Saiyan penicillin 2. You know what I'm saying? It beat perfect. It beat, you know what I'm saying, with the Super Saiyan syphilis 2, man. It beat perfect penicillin, man. Holy shit, it beat perfect penicillin, man. We're gonna need a wish. We're gonna need Majin. We're gonna need Majin penicillin to beat Super Saiyan Super Saiyan syphilis 2. We're gonna need Majin penicillin. You know what I'm saying? Majin penicillin comes out of like a fucking you know what I'm saying? It's all it's jelly, it's creamy, it's like a bubble gum substance. You know what I'm saying? Majin penicillin. Oh my God. Super Saiyan syphilis is going beyond Super Saiyan 2. It's going to. This is what happens when syphilis goes beyond syphilis 2. This stream is fucked up, man. I've now turned Dragon Ball Z to an STD saga, man. I've turned Dragon Ball Z to an STD saga, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It will only get worse when you gotta go to Super Saiyan 4. You know, syphilis is going to Super Saiyan syphilis 4. You know what I mean? It's hairier. It's red. It's more powerful than ever before. You know what I'm saying? How do you beat? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna need some dragons. You're gonna need some evil, corrupt dragon penicillin to form Omega Shinron penicillin to defeat Super Saiyan 4 syphilis. You know, but we all know how that ended if you watch Dragon Ball Z GT. You know what I'm saying? You know that Goku and Vegeta fused to become, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So, you know what I'm saying? Syphilis is going to fuse with Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta syphilis to become Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta syphilis to defeat Omega Shinron penicillin. We've turned Dragon Ball Z to an STD saga, man. You know what I mean? But that's not simping, That's not simping, man. You know? Oh, the Discord, you wilding out. You wilding out. Kalala's going crazy, man. Oh, you need the duck pill to defeat Super Ranch Dress. Yeah, so, I mean, think about it, man. Think about it. We're in a society where they tell you it's simping. Think about it. It's simping when you're cucking. As in you're going after, you're letting your wife, think about it. You're letting your wife sleep with other men. That's cucking. But you going raw in a woman you don't know, that ain't simping. That's not worse. You don't know her. You don't know. You don't. So basically, the narrative is as long as you don't know the other guys that have gone raw in her, that have left their ranch dressing, that have literally spray painted their ranch dressing in there. You know what I'm saying? As long as you don't know them and you don't claim her, it's not cucking, it's not simping, man. This is how bad simping has become, man. This is why I'm willing to bet, you know what I'm saying? I'm willing to bet like $50 that we got the greatest simps in America, man. We're undefeated. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? In the words of if you watch G Gundam, you remember Master Asia. What did he go by? He go by the undefeated of the East. Well, we in America are the undefeated simps of the globe. You know what I'm saying? Undefeated. You know what I'm saying? There's never been greater simps than in America. You know what I mean? I'm willing to put $50 on the line. You know what I'm saying? No one could match. No one could defeat the nation with the greatest simps of all time. You know what I'm saying? Greatest. Undefeated. You know what I mean? But that's not simping, man. Think about that. You know what I mean? Think about that. It's not simping to just go in raw with a girl you don't know. You know what I'm saying? A chick that's had how much ranch dressing in her. And the other thing is, remember, PTS, man, part-time straight men. You know what part-time straight men do, man. They'll sleep with a woman that's part-time. Being straight for them is a part-time gig. You know what I'm saying? They'll sleep with a woman just to maintain their part-time status. Yeah, man, the guys think I won't, they're starting to pick up on the fact that I'm not FTS, I'm not full-time straight. Better sleep with a woman right now. You know what I'm saying? To make sure they don't get suspicious that I'm a portable closet entity. I'm a portable closet. Don't want them to know that. So think about it. You know what I'm saying? You're sleeping with a chick you don't know. You don't know the guys she slept with, whether they're in the closet. You know what I'm saying? But that's not simping, though. That's not simping to value the vagina validation. Yeah, you could use that as a new word. Vag validation, man. You value vag validation so much, you're willing to go raw in a chick you can't confirm or know the men she slept with or their sexual orientation. You're willing to roll the dice on going in raw. That's not simping. That's not simping at all, man. You know what I'm saying? That's not simping. See what the homie Connor said. This may be out of pocket, but what do you think about Japan and the herbivore men? It is the same that is happening here. How are we different? Well, we're not herbivores, man. The Japanese men, no offense to anybody Japanese, but the Japanese men come from a nation of defeat. A nation of defeat, man. That Hiroshima, when that Hiroshima was dropped, all the men in Japan literally, you know what I'm saying, they could no longer be quoted as masculine men anymore, man. They got dominated. The herbivore men in Japan are us, man. A man in America will not be a herbivore. You know what I'm saying? The herbivore man, I heard they don't watch porn. I mean, corn, whatever. They don't watch it. They don't do anything. The American man, when he's not with women, guess what we do? Odds are an American man, if he can't get a relationship, he's going to turn to prostitution. Think about the men in Japan. They pay for the girlfriend experience. What man in America is going to pay a girl $500 or $50 an hour to give him the girlfriend experience? You know what I'm saying? How many men won't get clowned on and literally trashed lose their friendships. Yo, the Japanese men come from a perspective of defeat. The American man doesn't come from defeat, man. You know, no, I'm not disrespecting Japanese people. No, I'm just pointing out the obvious. They lost World War II. America, from what I heard, dropped not one, but two. You know what I'm saying? In the words of that owl, hey, Mr. Owl, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll Pop? Let me reverse. Hey, Mr. Owl, how many nukes did they drop on Japan? A one? A two? my bad. My bad for that joke, but I'm a dude from the 90s, man. Mr. Owl, how many nukes did they drop on Japan? A one? A two? You know what I mean? My bad. You know what I'm saying? It's a little insensitive, but it's a joke. It's a joke. You know what I'm saying? So the Japanese men, they come from a state of defeat, man. They come from a country that's kneeled, been on their knees, man. America dropped that. Like I've been telling guys in the manosphere, we live in a world of the nuke standard. You know what I'm saying? America created the nuke. You know what I'm saying? And we've been living under the nuke standard ever since. That's why every country's like, I gotta get a nuke. You know what I'm saying? They might drop a nuke on me. I gotta get a nuke. You know what I'm saying? The Japanese men come from a state of defeat, man. You know, a guy like me, if I went to Japan, I'd be considered probably Yakuza level, probably worse than a Yakuza. You know what I'm saying? Think about the Japanese men's cartoons. I was chopping it up with the homie, I think I was chopping it up with Pars and Ojit. We were talking. Think about Japanese anime. In Japanese anime, the strong male character who's fighting demons, fighting world disaster, destruction, his nose bleeds when he sees a woman. Think about Master Roshi from Dragon Ball. He's a dude who could blast a Kamehameha wave to blow up the moon. His nose starts bleeding. He faints when he sees a woman naked or just wearing a bikini. He faints. What man in America is gonna faint when he sees a woman and his nose gonna bleed? These are some of the most popular anime and manga in the world. The men nosebleed and they faint when they see a woman. You know what I'm saying? What is there to respect? What level of masculinity is that? That's why Japan, as much as I write comic books, man. I'm in the comic book section of YouTube as well. All these men talking about, the Japanese, the manga has taken over. More American men are reading manga. That's BS, man. You can't name $1 billion manga film. The Japanese men come from a perspective of, like the homie Kalala said, it comes from a perspective of defeat, man. The Japanese aren't even allowed to they have a defense army. They have a defense military, man. And then, the homie Clown World, what is a Super Saiyan? You know what I'm saying? His hair goes blonde hair. You know what I'm saying? And notice Goku's eyes are green. You know, they didn't go full Hitler, but the Japanese was signaling. I guess Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball Z, was signaling they still want to help Hitler reach his dream of the perfect male. Und the perfect man, the blonde hair and the blue eyes and the tall stature, the muscular und the tone, the body, the perfect und Übermensch to fit in dein closet. The closet. You know what I'm saying? The closet. You know what I mean? Goku. The Übermensch. The Super Saiyan Übermensch. Damn, man. That's Clown World. That's crazy. That's wild that you put that together. So Goku is the continuation and representation of Hitler's dream. The perfect und the man, the und perfect, und the eines und the golden as bright as und the sun, und the blue eyes as und the deep as thine ocean. Thine ocean it und the eyes und the blue as the ocean. You know what I'm saying? Goku's eyes are greenish blue. I think a Super Saiyan goes, his eyes go greenish blue. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't go full Ubermensch. You know what I'm saying? It's a strange culture. Yeah, well, Japan, like I said, man, Japan, the men are already defeated, man. You know what I'm saying? Japan went from men with honor, dying with honor with their swords, to men. Shout out to the homie Pars. He shared a video where I forget the word, but where the men are on their knees begging their wife for forgiveness. They give all their money to their wives. When, you know what I'm saying, Japan, the men lost their balls, man. You know what I'm saying? Why you think they serving egg rolls, man? You know, why you think they're selling fortune cookies, man? You know what I'm saying? you gotta have a good fortune that says you'll be a man today. You know what I'm saying? You send most American men. Think about the culture. The American sailors will go in Japan and knock up the broads. You know what I'm saying? Some guys say, "Oh, yo, hold the truth hostage. The men were knocking the women up in Japan because they were prostitutes." No, a lot of those Japanese women were like, "Holy shit, these American sailors remind us of men." Their nose doesn't bleed when they see a woman. Their nose doesn't bleed and they don't faint. You know what I'm saying? What happened? You know what I'm saying? The women in Japan are just wishing the return of the samurai. You know, when the men in Japan was straight up, you know what I mean? Think about it. The men in Japan invented the kamikaze, man. These dudes' last resort. You know what I'm saying? Let me put my Japanese accent. For the victory, we must kamikaze the jet towards for our honor and Lord Nobunaga. You know what I'm saying? They were kamikaze. The Japanese pilots, man, you know what I mean? They were warriors, man. They were willing to go down with not down with the ship. Like, think about it. That's even more bravery, man. You know, with a boat, you're on the water, you're floating. Them Japanese soldiers, man, they would go down with a flying airplane. They'll go down with the plane for victory. They were kamikaze. I remember one of my boys told me that, yo, Japan, the people were like, yo, this is what my boy told me, is that Japan, when the emperor, you know, because no disrespect, the Japanese, man, they got balls. They had balls of steel. They were warriors through and through. I heard the Japanese, when America was dropping nuke, they told the emperor, we don't care, man. We're going down. We're willing to go down. The whole nation as a whole was willing to go down. They were like, yo, let them nuke the whole country. We gonna go down with the whole, for victory, for our honor. That's why they said the Japanese lost respect for their emperor. Because I heard their emperor surrendered and the country was willing to go down. All the soldiers, all the warriors, the majority of them were like, yo, let America drop the nuke on the entire country. We're willing to go extinct for our honor. We're willing to lose every life for our honor. You know what I'm saying? It's what the Japanese were willing to do, man, for their honor. They're willing to lose all their lives. You know what I'm saying? That's why Japan is not fully recovered. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably why a lot of Japanese people moved to America after World War II. They were like, yo, man, you know what I'm saying? I can't stay home. We lost our honor, man. Our emperor quit. You know what I'm saying? We lost our honor. Think about the Japanese men in America. They're more violent. They're more aggressive. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect. I know some homies, some people in the Yakuza or whatever. I know some people in there, they're doing their thing. You know what I mean? They'll cut your fingers over disrespect. But I'm just saying from a perspective, you know what I mean? I'm just dropping the truth here. You know what I mean? Yeah, blue eyes and blonde hair is a reference of power in social media like anime because the ones that defeated them in war was those physical traits they glorify. Well, not really, because the majority of Americans, you gotta understand, blonde is rare. It's rare for you to find somebody that's blonde and blue eyes. That's rare. That's extremely rare. Even blonde hair is extremely rare. Most people dye their hair blonde. Like in America, most of the women aren't natural blondes. They dye their hair. You know what I'm saying? I heard if you want to look for a country with a lot of blondes, I think it's usually Australian. In Australia, I forget how they say the word. Yeah, the indigenous people of Australia are the mass majority of blondes and blue eyes. So it wasn't from America. I think Japan was referencing Hitler's dream. You gotta remember that Japan was with the Axis. They were with the Germans and the Nazis. You know what I'm saying? Japan was actually with them. So in some way, maybe Goku and all this blonde hair, blue eyes, Naruto, all these blonde hair, blue eyes characters maybe represent the goal, successfully bringing about Hitler's dream of the perfect closeted, man, the perfect man for Hitler's closet, blonde hair and blue eyes. You know what I'm saying? The perfect man for die closet, Mike und the closet, blonde hair and the blue eyes. We must eugenics and breed the perfect. The perfect. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put my hands up. Might get a strike on this channel. Might get a strike on this channel if I go full Hitler. You know what I'm saying? The perfect man for the closet und the blonde hair and the blue eyes. We shall go to war for the perfect und the Übermensch, the perfect man for the closet. Hitler took a whole nation to war for the closet, man. Damn. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That right there is closeted dedication. You know what I'm saying? Full closet. Because the reason I say Hitler went closet is, Hitler wasn't out and about with it. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't open. He wasn't out. And Hitler was the perfect, I used to use this quote a lot, the sus soldier. The sus soldiers are guys that are suspects that want to recruit soldiers into their ranks. They want to recruit soldiers for the closet. So Hitler led the whole sus soldier army, man. You know what I'm saying? Think about that. World War II might have been a battle for the closet. Think about that, man. That changes your whole narrative of World War II. But to get back on things is that, you know what I mean? You see what the homie Connor said. I heard that the weapon was a test to see how much damage it can do. They didn't need to drop anything. Yeah, well, I mean, America was already dropping nukes on certain sections of America. Like there's certain sections they were testing the nukes. There's certain places in America that have high levels of radiation because they were testing sites for nukes. You know what I mean? But they were testing sites. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, the homie Kalala spelled it. The closet. The closet. Und the closet. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So, America, there's radiated places, man. Because we were testing the nukes. You know what I mean? But the thing is, you gotta know, man. But to get back to the simping thing is this, man. You going raw on a woman you don't know, that is simping, man. Because you're placing the value of that vagina validation over your own life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys I know, I chop it up with some guys. They say, well, I'll live. Yeah, man, you could live with AIDS. You know what I'm saying? You could live for a certain time. HIV, you could live with it. You know what I'm saying? STDs, you might live. But, man, ain't nobody going to want to be. You're going to be burning. You're going to be going through a lot of pain, man. There's a lot of suffering A lot of people think the end of life is when you die. No, the end of life, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to drop a black pill here. The end of life is when the way you used to live is no longer accessible. As in, let's say you could walk and you end up in a wheelchair. You died. Your life ended. Your prior life ended. You can't walk anymore. You have a new life. A lot of people think you got to die to be reborn. No, you don't. You don't got to die to be reborn. If you lost your leg, your new life now is missing your leg, living without the ability to walk with both of your legs anymore. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Naruto. Yeah, you know what I mean? Blonde hair and blue eyes. You know what I'm saying? Naruto. And think about it, Naruto knew a lot of ways to give a HJ. You know, Naruto was a master at signs for the hand job. You know what I'm saying? Naruto knew how to throw mad SOS signs for a hand job. Naruto knew all the signs for a hand job. You know what I mean? He could signal, you know what I mean? All the signals. And think about Naruto. Think about Naruto, man. You bring up Naruto. Naruto, you know, I know a lot of people watched Naruto. And think about Bleach. Now, I think Bleach, yeah, his hair was blonde in Bleach. You know what I'm saying? But think about Naruto. Naruto went on a mission. And think about Sasuke. Look at Sasuke as Hitler. Hitler had black hair. I think Hitler had black hair, right? You know what I'm saying? Naruto went on an entire mission. A blonde-haired, blue-eyed Naruto went on an entire mission to bring back Sasuke, spend time with Sasuke. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. You know, could Naruto be an analogy for what if the blonde-haired, blue-eyed man would do anything for Hitler? Damn, man, I'm creating a whole conspiracy. People will never watch anime the same again. You know what I'm saying? Sasuke was Hitler, and Naruto was the Ubermensch, the perfect blonde hair, blue-eyed. And think about it, Naruto would always have more powers, new abilities. He would be able to overcome everything just to get to Sasuke, the closet. You know what I mean? A girl told him he didn't like her. And, you know, by proxy, she said, "Get me back, Sasuke." And Naruto, "Believe it, I'll bring you back, Sasuke." You know, I stopped watching Naruto, you know what I mean, years ago, man. I stopped watching after my man, you know, all right, well, not anymore. You know, Zabuza was in the closet, you know. When I saw Naruto and Sasuke beat up Zabuza, that was one of the signs, you know. That was a red light, you know. That was a very red light for me, where I saw two young kids beat up a legendary ninja pretending to be a fucking weapon. And then, you know, Zabuza being in the closet. Naruto is very closeted, man. There's a lot of, you don't believe me, look up Zabuza and his in the Japanese, a lot of times the Japanese dress men or hyper feminize the men. And come on, man. There's a lot of links to the closet in Japan. That's all I can say. You know what I mean? To the culture, hyper feminize the men. You know, shout out to MD. I think MD once brought up. He said the samurai would have a male concubine or some shit like that. So, you know what I mean? You know, you gotta look at Japanese culture through the American lens. We Americanize it a lot, making them tougher. The Japanese samurai was, you know, would die for honor. There's no mention of the closet. There was in Samurai Champloo, there was, you know. You know, that's another thing. But to get back on things, you gotta understand, man. We're in a culture where the men are, you know, the simping is so high that a man will tell you, they'll haze you, they'll shame you to risking your life to go raw. You know what I'm saying? Just so you could say, hey, that I got that chick to think I'm so great, she let me hit it raw. And without knowing that, without knowing if she cleaned the ranch dressing of a man from 2 days ago. You know what I'm saying? 2 days ago, if she cleaned that ranch dressing from another guy. You know what I mean? Lose your friends and family too. Can't be bothered to be seen with legless man. Yeah, I said, man, you don't have to die to be reborn. All that, your previous lifestyle. If your previous lifestyle ends, you know what I'm saying? You died. You died. If my whole life, if for over 30 years I've been able to walk, live, and, run, then out of nowhere one day, you know what I'm saying, I can't do that anymore. That my former life died. My former lifestyle is gone. I can't go back to that. Now I gotta live with my new life, which is unable to walk. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's what it is. So, a lot of people thinking you're simping. You're not, simping is only cucking, but another thing about simping is that you gotta understand, and to go a little deeper, is that you gotta understand that obesity, the thing is this about obesity is that that's not feminine, man. That's not feminine. Obesity is not feminine. You got to even think about when a woman's pregnant. When a woman gets pregnant, usually what gets too big, like if she's eating the right way, it's usually her stomach just gets too big. You know what I'm saying? The stomach where the baby is being held and housed, it grows. The rest of her body, plumps up a little, here and there, but she doesn't just fully expand. You got to understand that. And there's a lot of this level of simping where guys will say, yo, man, I'm into big chicks. You ain't into no big chicks, man. Get out of here. A man that will say, I'm into a woman I can't lift. I can't, I got to risk breaking my back. You know what I'm saying? I got to risk breaking my back to lift up this woman and put her in my bed. I got to risk injuring my spine. Obesity is not feminine, man. Any chick that's obese, that's not feminine, man. That's not feminine. And guys that are claiming, oh, I'm into big chicks. No, you ain't, man. You're into, you know what I'm saying? You're into the potential advantage of that, where, she's obese or she's overweight, and you could potentially manipulate that into your favor through the fact that she might have lower self-esteem, and you could probably take advantage of that. Because there's no way, you know what I'm saying? We could test it in real life. Offer a dude, man, a guy that claims he's into big, obese women, whatever, Buffalo built. He says he's into BBWs, Buffalo built woman. You know what I'm saying? That's what a BBW is, Buffalo built woman. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? PBW, piglet built woman. You know what I'm saying? Piglet built. You know what I mean? Buffalo built woman. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's a lie. Guys that are claiming they have, now I understand if you're into big breasts, big ass, wide hips, that's natural. That's perfectly normal. But you saying, I'm into oversized women, that's a lie. There ain't no man that's truly into a woman where he can't lift her. He can't lift her, put her, you know what I mean? Just put her like she jumps on you and your back won't hurt. You know what I mean? That's a lie. You know what I mean? That's simping right there, man. Femininity, obesity is not feminine, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not. But we're in a society where, this is why I keep saying, the women, you do not experience natural women in this society. You got to understand that we're in a consumer, corporate like society, and the government, let me share the link again. If you read the book, man, Vantage, you know what I mean? Shout out to the homie Jose, man. Shout out to the homie Jose. Jose helped me out, you know what I mean? Shout out to the homie Jose. I haven't chopped it up with him in a minute. Shout out to the homie Jose. He helped me out with that book a little, you know what I mean? But And man, Vantage, I cover it, man. You got to understand, we're in a society where male stability is wrong. We do not have a government. We have a God-verment, where the government is driven by the perspective that it is a godlike entity. It's a godlike organization. If you look at the way the government's designed, everything is designed to basically worship it. You know what I'm saying? Worship it. You know what I'm saying? It's involved in everything, even where it shouldn't be. You know what I mean? It's everywhere. We do not live in a government. A government is driven by what? The people and, you know, people and all quality of life and all that other stuff. We don't have that. We have a God-driven government, you know, which is a God-verment. The government identifies itself as a God-like entity. This is why the government is now telling you gender. This is why you apply for jobs and you now see sex is no longer there. You see gender, because the government can't manipulate sex, you know, male, female, hermaphrodite, the three that exist. But if the government were to replicate, control, and say it can actually create and decide what a man is, what a woman is, then it would operate with gender. Gender is an extinction. It's a simulation of God creating man, woman. You know what I'm saying? How can the government replicate and simulate the creation of the sexes? It's through gender. Gender politics and gender-driven agenda is the government seeking to simulate the creation of the sexes. The government can't create different sexes, so the government's like, we still need them to worship us and see us like a godlike being, so we'll incorporate gender, and we'll incorporate it in all forms. This is why a doctor who's gone to college and school for over 13 years is telling you the gender of your baby. To me, if a doctor offers to tell me the gender of my child, he's not qualified. He's not qualified to be a fucking doctor. You know what I'm saying? Because he's identifying a child with something that doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? Fiction. Well, you know, let me tell you the gender of your child. He might be asexual. He might be pansexual. He might be sexually challenged. He might be an LGBT. He might identify as a bear. You know, if you look at the sonograms, the way your baby is moving, it's very bear-like. I think your baby's gender is a bear. Yo, man, you think what I'm saying is a joke? There are doctors, you know what I'm saying, identifying the gender of a baby. How can a doctor whose job is to be scientific tell you about a fictional gender? Well, I can tell you the gender of your baby. Your baby, by the way your baby's hopping and moving his arm is arched back. You know what I mean? It looks like his toes are different. I think your baby's a raptor. You know what I mean? I think the gender of your child is a raptor. You know, I just watched Jurassic Park, and the way your baby's moving his hands and in the womb, the way he's kind of wiggling, he's a damn raptor. You know what I'm saying? I think your baby is a raptor. The gender of your baby is a raptor. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a little short. Your baby's very big. I think your baby's a T-Rex. My apologies. I think your baby's gender is a T-Rex. I think you're going to have a healthy T-Rex when your baby comes out of the womb. He's going to be a T-Rex. He's going to identify as a T-Rex, and he's only going to eat meat, and you're going to have to make sure that your baby gets a lot of sun because he's cold-blooded, you know? And he might grow feathers instead of hair, you know? Come on, man. A fucking doctor. You know what I mean? You got a doctor. You got a doctor telling you about gender, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. You know what I mean? A doctor. And to get back to the obesity thing is, dude, we do not live in a society where women are allowed to be feminine. You gotta understand why they push the corporate agenda first. Think about corporate, you know. Think about jobs and all that. Remember, we're in an anti-male stability society. Men are not allowed to be in the forefront. A woman isn't allowed to base her life on living for her man, which would mean she's going to be in better shape because she's going to be worried about being attractive to her man. She's going to be more worried about him being able to lift her up, carry her. You know what I'm saying? Being less of a burden to him. You know what I mean? I remember once I was at a bar, man. Oh, this woman was beautiful, man. This chick she must have weighed, she was like a good, I think height wise, she was like a good, probably 4'11". She might have been 4'11", or she might have been like, 5'2" or something, dude. I was at the bar drinking, chilling. She jumped on me. She was a bartender, man, a Latin woman. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful. She jumped on me like out of nowhere. She jumped. I caught her with one hand. It felt like nothing landed on me, man. She weighed less than 100 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Less than 100 pounds, bro. She jumped on me, held her. Oh, beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Was making out with her in the bar. You know what I mean? Then her girlfriends came, man. They cock blocked me, her lesbian friend. And here's the thing, when her lesbian friend showed up, man, you know what I mean? I almost, I never hit a woman, but I thought it was a dude. I thought it was a dude behind me trying to be funny. So she tried to dance behind me and I turned around. I was about to swing, but I pulled back. I saw it was her lesbian friend. Like, I'm a straight dude, man. You know what I mean? I don't like people dancing behind me, man. You know what I'm saying? When you're a man, you want a woman to dance in front of you because where are your privates, man? Like where is your private parts, bro? It's in front of you. That chick I was making out with a girlfriend and she started dancing behind me. I turned around quick. Like, I mean, a lot of people think, oh man, a lot of people think I'm slow and reflexes are slow. Nah, man, you'll be shocked. I'm a man who believes in I only move when I have to move. I'm not trying to walk fast and get my reflexes going super fast. I don't need to. Like, I'm not in danger or nothing. So why do I need to be super athletic, like show my athleticism or none of that? I don't need to. When I need to, man, the trigger's pulled. Instinctively, I do what I gotta do. But a girlfriend was dancing behind me, and I had to move her out the way. You know what I'm saying? I put a girl, and then her girlfriend. I think she was a lesbian because of I think a lot of lesbians tend to have gauges on their ears. She had the gauge and all that, and then next thing you know, they drove off, man. They took her out. The cock blocking happened, and you know what I mean. That's why I think I gotta do another stream on romance. This is why I did a video on romance, and I explained why I think romance is dead. You know what I mean? The thing is, man, a girlfriend's cock block, man, this is why I think I made a stream on romance or a video. I don't remember what it was, but this is why romance is dead, man. Romance is dead because a lot of guys think cock blocking is just, yo, man, the women, her girlfriends, are coming to take her away. No, man, it's another level of how low on the podium you are as a man. You know what I'm saying? How low you are. Is that if you're interacting with a woman, the other women don't respect what's going on between you both. They don't respect it. So they just come and take her away from you. You know what I mean? Just take her out and move her. A lot of guys think, oh, cock blocking is just, they don't want you to sleep with their girlfriend or and all that. No, it's more than that. It's you're below them, man. You're below the totem pole. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys in the manosphere talk about, well, you're with a single mom. You won't be first. You won't be last. You'll be last. Dude, when are you ever first? When are you first, bro? If you go to a bar and you could be cock blocked, how are you first? Because there's no respect for men, man. The respect and stability, it doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? That's why when I be in the manosphere, a lot of guys say, oh, I gotta be tall like Brady, I gotta be this, I gotta be that. Tell me how Tom Brady was respected at the end of his marriage when his wife just took his kids and drove off. You know what I'm saying? Men are not to be respected. You know what I mean? Because if our girlfriend saw us making out, whatever, you know what I mean, and she met me. I met her as she was like a bartender. I guess she was off that day, and man, this chick. That's why in the manosphere, when guys are saying, yo, nines don't exist, tens, yo, bro, nines and tens exist, bro. They exist. It's just a lot of guys speak from their perspective. You haven't interacted with a 9 and a 10, of course, in your perspective, they don't exist. You know what I'm saying? But they exist, bro. Yo, a 9 and a 10 ain't like the Bigfoot. My God, guys, you won't believe it. I saw a 9. The legends were true. The 9s do exist. Like that M&M's commercial with Santa Claus. They really do exist. No, bro, that a 9 and a 10 ain't rare, man. It ain't rare at all. You know what I'm saying? I remember once I was talking to this chick. Dude, she was like 5. You gotta remember, I'm 6'7". This chick must have been 5'10". 5'10", tall, man. Yo, built. I'm built like a fucking old Coke. You know them old hourglass Coca-Cola bottles? Dude, fire. You know what I mean? Dude, the 10s, the 9s, yo, they exist, man. They exist, man. It's not the Galapagos. It's not the cuckoo birds. They exist, man. I've seen them all the time. 9s, 10s, and 8s exist. You know what I mean? Even guys, because men got the delusion in the male space is at an all-time high. Guys will talk, yeah, I've seen a 6, I've seen a 6.5. Like you can tell how diluted a man is based on the number of women, the number he's graded the women he's interacted with. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I've seen a 6.5. I've seen the highest I've ever seen was a 7. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. In today's age, with chicks getting BBLs done, every chick walking around with you know what I'm saying? If they have something natural, they work even harder to promote it. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're old. They are endangered. You're saying they're an endangered species? Nah, bro. I mean, I've been in, dude, they exist, man. I've interacted with some, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them. They're not rare, man. It's just a lot of guys, because in the manosphere, a lot of men speak They'll say, oh, the women only speak from their experience. Dude, that's most of the manosphere. Oh, dude, you gotta go to a girl to talk to her. No, man. Some of us men get that access, man. You know what I'm saying? Some of us are just drinking a beer and a girl brought us a beer. And you're like, all right, whatever, thank you. She brought me a beer, thank you. You know what I'm saying? And, chopping it up with her, hugging her, whatever. Oh, you gotta be able to spit game and talk to her. Man, you know what I'm saying? Talk. You're at a bar where it's loud. There's a lot of music being played. This isn't a situation for talking. You know what I'm saying? I remember I was chopping it up with my brother, man. My brother taught me something. He's a genius. He told me son smart. I was like, wow. Was amazed by what he does. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, man, a lot of men speak from their experience and their delusion. Oh man, I've never seen a lot of 8s and 9s, dude. It is not rare to see a 9, a 10. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my brother Spec was good, man. Spec, what's up, bro? It ain't rare, man. It is not rare to see a 9 and a 10. I've seen a 10, man. I've seen a 9. I mean, well, my ratings are different. You know what I'm saying? My rating style is very different. I don't think, my honest opinion, there's no such thing. No woman could be a 9 after a certain age. You know what I'm saying? After a certain age, she can't be a 9. You can't tell me you've seen a 30-year-old chick that's a 9. That doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? A 7 or an 8. As she ages, the math, you got to start depleting it. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at it from you're looking at it from a man's perspective, which is logic, not from a emotional perspective. Well, I saw a 9 that's 30. Yeah, you're desperate. So you're going to rate her high to play the game. You're going to subjectively play her. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I was dating chicks early, I had a rule. She could be a little overweight, but I had like a breast to stomach ratio. You know what I'm saying? You got to cope, man. I was coping, so I invented my own math. I was like, all right, if her breast is this big, if her stomach is this small, I could live with it. I had like a breast to stomach ratio. I had my own math. You know what I'm saying? I have my own mathematics. You know what I'm saying? We're men, man. Our delusion is extreme, man. We're not emotional creatures. Now, a lot of people think, oh, we're not emotional. That means we won't get emotionally attached. No, when we're not emotional, we will literally think of a way to make logic to cope. You know what I'm saying? My logic earlier on was, well, okay, if her breast is this big and her stomach is that big, as long as she doesn't look like an obese man, you know what I mean? I can rock with it. That was earlier on. You know what I mean? As long as she's not an obese man looking broad, I can rock with it. I made the math in my own head. You know what I'm saying? I was all right. You know what I'm saying? Remember that meme? You know that meme from what was that movie? That drunk movie. What the hell was it? That movie where they got left at the bar. Oh man, I'm trying to think about it. I forget the name of it. When Alan was he had all the math. Dude, a man will look into math. We will try to make it make sense from a logical standpoint. You know what I'm saying? He'll be like, yeah, she's fat, but the breasts are this big, the ass is this wide, and I could work with it. You know what I'm saying? So, but the thing is, man, yeah, there it is, Ness hangover. Yeah, hangover. I had an Allen moment, man. I had the Allen plan. I was on Plenty of Fish, the tactics. You know what I'm saying? I was simping back. Simping. I remember I saw a chick who was a single mom, and I was like, the math. I gotta go into the coping math. The math. Said, well, she is a single mom, but the breast to stomach ratio, You know, she's chubby. You know what I mean? I had the math, man. I had the math. You know what I mean? That's what a lot of guys don't get. But to get back to it, this is why romance doesn't exist, man. How can romance exist when you're with a chick, you chopping it up, you're hugging, kissing, whatever the hell you're doing, and then her girlfriends will interrupt that moment? You know, one element of romance is randomness. There's some randomness to it, and I had another word I forgot. Yeah, there's randomness. You know, romance is R&R. Random and romance go together because, you know what I'm saying? If everything's planned, you know, if everything was planned, then this is why most women are single now, because the society pushes the women to be men. So everything has to go according to plan. You know, he's going to walk up to her. He's going to say this. He's going to look like this. He's going to do this and that and this and that. This is why romance is dead. When women were allowed to just be women, and, you know, shit would happen organically where, she met you at the bar. You were chilling, chopped it up with her. She was attracted to you. She brought her girlfriends and y'all making out, whatever. And, you know, things kept going from there, and, you know, you got a number or whatever, or you even got in the Uber with her, you made out with her, and then, you know, she kissed you, you know what I'm saying, you let her go home. You know, she got your number, she said she'll call you, and you're done. You know, you didn't even sleep with her. Now, to the average guy, to the guy going with the societal plan, they'll say, oh, you lost, you took an L. Why didn't you sleep with her? You know what I'm saying? Because this is the society we're in. A lot of men don't get it. They don't get what's being pushed. You're not allowed, you know, what they've done is everything's pushed towards sexuality. You know what I'm saying? I used to tell guys this, man. Shout out to the homie Spec, chopping up with Spec over a year ago about what I call on-bed skills. We're in an on-bed only society where they push sexuality above all. That way there's no stability around the relationship. There's nothing that can be built between the man and the woman. As much as guys want to say, yo, man, I banged them out, I banged her the first night, you ain't gonna value that, man. You know what I'm saying? If you hit it the first night, who else did? You know what I'm saying? She opened her legs and the ghost of previous men pop out like, oh, dude, you got in there too? Yeah, word, I was there. The ghost of previous ranch. You know what I'm saying? The ghost of previous men who were ranching that, you know? But this is the society we're in, man. The narrative, and the reason I brought up corporate earlier was that corporate doesn't care about a woman's weight. You think corporate cares about a woman's weight, her fertility? None of that matters. You know what I'm saying? None of that matters. When an employer hires a woman, as long as she can walk and do her job, she could be breathing hard. You know what I'm saying? She could be super Buffalo built. You know what I'm saying? Buffalo Wild Wings. You know what I'm saying? The corporate machine doesn't care. You know what I'm saying? Her eggs are all dried up. She's crying and drinking herself to sleep. How does this affect her on the job? As long as she comes sober to the job, who cares if she drinks herself to sleep? You know what I'm saying? As long as the job is the point of stability, that's all that matters. That's the society you're in, man. You're in a society where, like I told people when I made that video, male limitation society. You know what I mean? A lot of people tell me, well, dude, you coming up with too many terminology, too many words. What the hell do you think the language you speak? I didn't know American language was just 10 words. Hello, goodbye, how are you, okay, where are we? I didn't know the American language was literally 10 to 20 words. You know what I mean? They don't want you to relate to a guy, oh, he's coming up with all these terms. Yeah, because I I'm going as I go. I'm a classical philosopher. I'm coming up with it as I go. They don't want you to have your mind running. You know what I'm saying? Your mind working where you think of things that there are no points of reference to physically. You know, male limitation society. I don't think that exists. I've never heard of that. You know what I mean? But it is where you live. You're in an anti-male stability relationship society. The man cannot be the point of stability. It has to be corporate. It has to be the government. You know what I mean? You can't be the point of stability. This is why you see them promoting obesity. I made a video way back. I did it 2 times. You know what I mean? Body shaming is a scam. It's on this channel. Where finally in the 90s, and spec guys like us who are millennials or older. I remember when Wendy's said we're now open at 12 a.m. I was like, wow. I was a little kid. I mean, I'm not going to Wendy's at 12 a.m., but I was surprised. I was like, every store closes around I'm a little kid. I'm like, every store closes, right? At 8 p.m. I didn't know 7-Eleven when I was little. So everything closes at 8, right, Mom? Yeah. Well, Wendy's drive-thru is now open at 12 a.m. I was like, whoa, I didn't know that. And then eventually corporate. You gotta look at the rise of fast food in the 90s. And if you wanna see the 90s, I used to watch this show called The Nanny named Fran or whatever. A nanny named Fran. You know what I'm saying? I watched that show, and if you watch that show, there's episodes where she said they don't make a size past 0. You know, women's sizes are weird. You know, I don't know the math. A size 5 and all. I'm not a woman. I don't know. I don't know what the hell that is. But I remember watching an episode of The Nanny, and she spoke about, they don't make a size 10 or whatever in these dresses. And in the 90s, a lot of bigger women had to wear big ass dresses because they didn't make clothes their size to amplify their figure and their shape, because it was seen as, this is shameful. You shouldn't be this overweight. It's not good for your health. So it was very hard for big women in the 90s to get, jeans their size and all. There was a level of exclusivity. You know what I'm saying? Fashion used to have a limit. The limit was a certain weight, your figure. You know what I'm saying? To some of the brothers, man, the black people watching this stream, they didn't make jeans for chicks with a big ass and all that. You know what I mean? They didn't do it like that. Wider hips, it was frowned upon, But there was a point of I forget the word. There was a limitation to entry. You know what I'm saying? There was a standard to entry, or whatever you want to call that word. There was a point of entry, but later on, as I started noticing that the fast food started getting big in America, it started getting really big. Every fast food restaurant drive-through went from 12 to 24/7. And what happened is the fashion industry, and I covered this on Body Shaming Scam, the fashion industry started communicating with the fast food industry. And the fast food industry started realizing that, yeah, man, a lot of our customers are overweight. Like if you look at advertisement of fast food restaurants in the 90s, a lot of times those people were thin, in shape. The fast food restaurants didn't want to show the results of eating their food. It was junk food back then, And think about it. After the 90s, they changed it from junk food to fast food. And then the fashion industry and the fast food industry, formerly known as junk food, they started collaborating and sharing their numbers. They started sharing their numbers, and all of a sudden, fashion, think about it. I'm not sure when it happened. I'm not sure if it was the 2000s, early 2000s or mid 2000s, but all of a sudden, I started seeing more overweight people in fast food commercials. I I started seeing fashion. I started seeing the rise of the BBW. You know what I'm saying? Big, beautiful woman. I started seeing that, or as I call it, Buffalo built woman. I started seeing, remember that song, Sally's, what was it? Stacy's mom got it going on. I saw the rise of the MILFs. The MILF rise was, I think, in the 2000s, late 90s to 2000s. You start seeing everything escalating at once. You know what I'm saying? You see the wheel turning. Everything started escalating at once, man. The promotion of obesity. It was revving everything up for corporate. Because if a woman don't care about her weight and all that stuff, who can validate her existence the most? It's the job. You know what I'm saying? It's the corporate job. Because if she's too overweight, the men aren't looking at her and they're not whistling and, shouting, "Oh," you know what I mean? In the words of the mass, dudes howling, like, "Oh, girl, you looking good." You know what I'm saying? They're not giving her all this attention and dopamine hits. That's why guys bring it up. Oh, it was social media. It wasn't no fucking social media, man. Get the fuck out of here. It wasn't social media. Instagram wasn't the first thing to give women dopamine hits. It wasn't the first compliment. It was corporate. You know what I'm saying? Corporate made sure that, yeah, she could be, who cares if she's overweight and all that. Even, I mean, there used to be a point of entry, a requirement. There used to be a requirement for waitresses. You can't be a certain weight and be a waitress unless you were in a smaller town. Smaller towns where there were less people, they're like, oh, whatever, man, we need people to work. But, even Hooters used to have a weight limit and all that. You know what I'm saying? Hooters was basically, the straight male gaze. That's all it was. Straight male gaze, beautiful women, sexy women serving you food. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't want to go to a strip club, but you want to be served by sexy women. That's what Hooters was. You're like, I don't want to go to a strip club, but I wish sexy women would serve me food and talk to me. You go to Hooters. You know what I'm saying? Yo, it gets your needs. Yup, they're sexy and they're serving me food. They wear tight ass clothes. I'm going to Hooters because I don't want to go to a strip club. That's what Hooters was. Sexy women. Hooters was basically the line between a strip club. You don't want to go to a strip club, but you want certain aspects of it. You want certain, the vibe of it. So you go to Hooters. Sexy women serving you food and, all in buffalo wings, serving you like a king and all this crap. Looking at you, talking to you, giving you eye contact. That's why guys went to Hooters. That's why these Hooter waitresses made all these tips. I don't want to go to a strip club, but I want the attraction of a strip club with clothes on. Hooters is basically, what if a strip club, they didn't strip and they wore clothes? Hooters. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there was a big push to put bigger women in Hooters. Super tatted up and all that. It's happened. You know what I mean? Remember, corporate. A lot of guys say, oh man, it's Facebook, it's Instagram. No, man, it's corporate and the government. The whole 90s, there was a whole large movement of videos telling men they ain't shit, they're worthless. You know what I'm saying? It's corporate, Oprah shows, a lot of people don't remember Donahue, Jenny. There was Jenny, I forget that other show with that chubbier chick. I forget her name. You know what I mean? But there was a lot of these shows. A lot of guys don't get the 90s was when they started revving it up a lot faster, getting it, you know what I'm saying? Fashion. The 80s, there was still women couldn't get their size. In the 80s, the corporate started getting, no, man, we need them. We need them to be obese. We need them to be fat. We need to be the main dopamine hit. We need to be the main sense of stability. I've seen chicks, man, I worked with some chicks where, dude, you could hear them breathing hard. Yeah, Ricky Lake, Timbo, my man, Ricky Lake, man. The thing about Ricky Lake is, later on she got, I don't know if she did plastic surgery, but if you look up images of Ricky Lake, I think in the 2000s, she started getting thick, man. She started getting right, man. You know what I mean? Ricky Lake, she started looking good. You know what I mean? Y'all notice Hooter chicks look more like Lucario's granny milfs. Yeah. Think about the MILF movement. Stacy's mom got it going on. And think about Stacy's mom. Stacy's mom was about MILFs. Then a few years later, we started getting the cougar movement. Dude, everything is a domino effect, man. Everything is a domino effect. And when you look at the late 90s to early 2000s, you see it, man. You see it right before you what was going on. You know what I'm saying? And corporate, a lot of guys saying Facebook. If it was Facebook and Instagram, you know what I'm saying? What you can hear from the manosphere, the BS, like I say, the lesser pill community, you know what I'm saying, or missing IQ men, you know what I'm saying, is that, oh man, when Facebook happened, all women just became dysfunctional. I guess there was no dysfunction in the 90s. Not at all. There was no dysfunction in the 90s. As soon as MySpace popped up, all of a sudden, mad single moms, all of a sudden, mad women that's ghetto, attitude, thoughts, hoes. It just popped up with social media. You know what I'm saying? It never existed before. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be, and these are the so-called logical men. You know what I'm saying? It just popped up with social media. There was none of this. None of this existed before social media. You know what I'm saying? None of this. You know what I mean? And none of this existed before social media. That BS, man. That's why I be on some panels and talking. Come on, man, get the fuck out of here, man. It ain't because of social media. You know what I'm saying? You're telling me the 90s. You look back, look up. There's a group. Damn, man. There's a rap group. Damn, they were from Miami, and I remember watching a documentary on them. Fuck, I forget. It has Uncle Luke. It's Uncle Luke in there. It's Uncle Luke. I forget the name of that group, but this dude was getting a blowjob live on stage while he was performing. Some chick just unzipped him and gave him a BJ while he was performing. Yeah, there it is, brother. Timbo knows. Yeah, it was 2 Live Crew. When you get a chance, if you want, you know what I'm saying, if you want to be, you want proof that the truth ain't lying, watch, I think it was VH1. Watch VH1. I used to watch a lot of VH1, man. A lot of guys are like, yo, man, how can Hold the Truth go from nature to pop culture to music? Dude, I grew up watching VH1, Animal Planet, Nature. Yo, man, TV, I didn't watch TV like, regular people where, all we did was watch cartoons. Nah, bro, I watched it all. And if you watch VH1, watch 2 Live Crew behind the music. I know some guys will bring up, what about rock? We know about rock, man. Rock, okay, the groupies on the truck. Hip hop has always been far more raw. 2 Live Crew, I think they were performing in Japan. I don't know if it was Japan or something. They were performing overseas, and some chick just unzipped one of their pants, gave him a BJ, and he was still rapping. 2 Live Crew, man. If you want to see why social media doesn't mean anything, you want to get away from this scam that all these channels are telling, but it was social media. It was Instagram. It was Facebook. It was TikTok. Get the fuck out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? Channels active. Yeah, all the thoughts just popped up. Soon as Instagram happened, instant transmission. They just all teleported. You know what I'm saying? They all teleported and bang. You know, social media did this. No, man. Social media did nothing. It's been here. Look up when you get the chance. I think you could find it on YouTube. Look up Behind the Music 2 Live Crew. 2 Live Crew will literally show you the future. It will show you that. It will show you today, yesterday. You want to look at today, but yesterday, go watch that. You know what I'm saying? You could watch your Rock. We all know Rock. What happened? Okay, they're performing. Pour some sugar on me, and the girls are screaming and all that. Then they would invite the groupies on the tour, on the bus. Man, rap was you getting a BJ while you performing, dog. You know what I'm saying? Live on stage, he got a hand job and all that. Rap was too raw, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why rap today is just it's sugar coated, closet coated. Rap is it's more experimental, but the majority of it, it's lost a lot of it's lost its art. You know, its hunger as an art form. You know what I'm saying? A lot of rappers are scared of certain sounds that have already been done. You know what I'm saying? What is it? I rap to a rock instrumental. This shit ain't new. But the whole narrative that fucking social media's the reason women were never like this. There was never a time where, let me put my sad male voice. There was never a time before social media was such a beautiful time to be a man. There was so much family values. I mean, there was no Instagram models, video vixens, video vixens, video models. There was never none of this dysfunction and all this atrocity. It never existed. You know what I'm saying? The milkman was still around. You know, I remember 1995 when the milkman would just ride to your neighborhood and deliver you milk. You know, and the milk was in that cart. You remember? You remember the milk was in that glass, and the milkman would be wearing all white, and he'd wave at you. Be like, "Hey, sir, I think that was Family Matters or one of those sitcoms from Channel." No, it wasn't a sitcom. It was real life. There was a paper boy. I remember the paper boy in the 90s. You know, he was getting paper. He was throwing it at you, man. Come on, dude. You remember the 90s? You know, and every woman was, had a husband, and there was family values. I mean, come on, dude. You remember the 90s. Come on, man. Remember the mailman and the milkman would sometimes fight because they showed up at the same time, and you were like, what am I going to get first, my milk or the mail? What am I going to get? Come on. And sometimes the paper boy would show up at the same time, and you'd be like, oh, man, I'm flabbergasted. What do I get, the milk? The mail? You know? What do I get? You know, it's like, I would be flabbergasted. The 90s. Come on, man. Get that out of here, man. Oh, Kalala got it. August 3rd, 1994. The rap group, new 2 Live Crew probably has made its final appearance at Bayfront Center after a sex act reportedly occurred on stage during a performance. Yeah. Come on, man. You don't even see that today. They're telling me the Instagram models are worse than what happened in the 90s, man. Come on, man. Y'all sheltered, man. Sheltered. You know what I mean? But, to get back, like I said, corporate forget Instagram and all that. That's not the dopamine hit. The dopamine hit is knowing the government and corporate will support her no matter her form. You know, obese, overweight, dying, struggling to breathe. Like I've seen a lot of chicks now with what I might have start calling it the kangaroo pouch. There's a lot of chicks where you're like you could see the pouch. They're so overweight that they put their shirt on and it looks like a pouch. You know what I'm saying? Or they pull up their pants, like they pull up their pants so high to hide their gut. You know what I'm saying? To hide their gut, man. Corporate and government, man. You know? Did they manage to shut down the Freaknik documentary? Oh yeah, I heard about the Freaknik documentary, Timbo, man. I think that's still coming out. But even if it doesn't, I mean, come on, bro. If you watch the original MTV, when MTV used to do the whole spring break thing, come on, man. Girls Gone Wild, all that stuff, man. Wet T-shirts and all that. It don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? But the thing people gotta understand is, man, it wasn't social media, man. If you say it was social media, then I guess rap never existed. I guess rock never existed. I guess Van Halen, pour some sugar on me in the name of love. You know what I'm saying? If you look at the chick on that video, they're pouring sugar on her and water and all that crap. She just sexy, you know. She was a video vixen, video model. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, there's a lot of racial aspects, you know. Rock had mad thoughts on it, you know what I mean? Video vixens, but when rap had it, it was wrong. Look at how vulgar and over sexualized rap is. Unlike that song Pour Some Sugar On, where a beautiful, kind, church-loving woman wants to show a rocker and introduce him to God. That's what rap should be. More like that song Pour Some Sugar On Me, where she's trying to introduce that rocker guy to Jesus. You know, right? Like, because Jesus would want a woman to pour some sugar on him in the name of love. Come on. Come on, man. Come on, dude. You people are just godless. You know, godless people. You don't want a beautiful woman that believes in God to pour some sugar on a man in the name of love. You people are just satanic. You know what I'm saying? Satanic, demon worshiping, to not want some woman that believes in God to pour some sugar on a man in the name of love. What's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Because rock, I mean, you know, there's race involved, man. There's always racial politics. You know what I'm saying? You know, you look at rock's origin. You know, the creators, black people created rock and all that. There's always racial tension in America. You know what I'm saying? There's always that level. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's natural, you know, based on the culture of it, you know. A lot of people, oh, we shouldn't talk race. Yeah, we shouldn't talk race from a perspective. You know, when you look at racism, you shouldn't talk racism from a unnatural perspective. But, you know, it's kind of like me going to France and saying, man, why the fuck do they make all these long baguettes, this long piece of bread? What the hell's wrong with them? Dude, it's the culture, man. Racism, slavery, it's engraved in the culture. It's a part of the country's history and all that stuff. And not old history, recent. You know what I'm saying? Recent. You know what I mean? I mean, the modern racism, I think it's co-opted. I think a lot of it is co-opted. You know, a lot of people didn't learn from 9/11. A lot of people did not learn from 9/11. I think 9/11 to me showed a lot of co-op, showed a lot of things can be arranged. You know what I mean? It showed that, you know, what's a few deaths? You know, what's a few deaths to to the grander scheme of things. You know, okay, you lose a couple thousand people. You got over 300 million people left. You know what I'm saying? What's the problem with the cops beating and killing one guy? The Rodney King thing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look at the Rodney King thing and say they were beating him, but why is this footage so clear? And then a riot broke out. You know what I'm saying? Because the way America is, the way things are set up with the minorities, you know, blacks or whatever, it's set up where it's very emotional. And the reason it's hyper emotional is that the father figures have been removed. I mean, the black, I think what's going on in America right now, if you look at the riots and looting, what's happened is that finally the white population has caught up with the plan on the black population. There's a lack of fathers. You know, I think the lack of fathers in the white community, what is it, like over 60%? You know what I'm saying? Single motherhood, I think in the white communities, it's 60%. Because if you look at the looting and rioting, you'll see blacks and whites. They finally intermingled the strategy, the plan of removing the father. So just as there's not a lot of fathers in the black community, there's not a lot of fathers and families together in the white community. So now the government can trigger emotional triggers at any time. Okay, we're going to show this person being beaten, clear camera. And even if you look at the angles, like how is this shit so stable? There's no, like if you rewatch some of the videos, like I think Eric Gardner, George Floyd, you rewatch a lot of these and you look at it from a perspective, why ain't the footage shaky? Like, why isn't there any distress? Why is the camera so glued to him? You know what I'm saying? Why is it so crisp? And, you know, there's no shaking. Why is it so professional? You know what I mean? Why is it so professional? Now, you've seen George Floyd and you've seen, you know what I'm saying, George Floyd die like this. Why is it so, and why is the angle, the very angle they were stepping on his neck, why is everything so organized? You know what I'm saying? Even if you go rewatch the Rodney King beating, the way they beat him and how they expose certain angles, you know what I'm saying, to how they beat him. And then the riot which happened, which burnt down most of their own communities and a lot of LA and all that. Because you got to understand that if a riot breaks out, people will mostly, you know, end up burning their own town. They're reacting with emotion. They're enraged. You're not gonna, you know, man, I'm so mad at these white people. I'm gonna drive all the way to their community and burn it down. No, it's gonna be, well, man, I'm mad. Remember Boondocks when the dude threw the table? I'm mad. That's the response. There's no thought process when it's driven by emotion and rage. The people just burn down and destroy what's the closest thing, man. There was no plan for this, man. There was no thought process. We just got to burn down everything. You know what I mean? You look at the George Floyd thing, you know what I'm saying? Sure, there was some peaceful, and you know, I've seen the narrative. I've seen it where they pumped in some actors, some people to throw rocks, and they've even had some cops set up things here and there, and it's all planned, man. You know, a lot of people need to understand, man. The reason reality television died is that the world you live in is the new television. The TV now is real life. You know what I'm saying? It's real life. You know what I'm saying? I know some people have had a moment. Have you ever had a moment where you felt like you were a character? You felt like you're playing a role. You know what I'm saying? You're playing a role. You don't know why. You don't know what. But you're like, man, why do I feel like I'm playing a role in some type of series or something? You know what I mean? I don't see the cameraman. Like, you know, I don't see the camera. I haven't been on TV, but I I got this feeling in the back of my mind that I'm playing a role, man. I'm playing a role in some type of series. I don't know what it is, but I know I'm playing a role. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is this, man. You know, you gotta look at corporate. Corporate's dopamine is infinite. It is more. It is more addictive than Facebook, Instagram. Think about Instagram. The Instagram model has to get naked, dance. She's got to do all this stuff just to get some likes. But she goes to her job. She could be overweight, whatever. Great. Oh my God, Sally. It's so great to see you today. Oh, you're looking wonderful, even though she's. Oh, really? I look great. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I put this dress, put this beautiful dress on with these shoes. Thank you for noticing that I look great today. Thank you. Dude, man. She goes, think about it. A lot of guys in the manosphere say, yo, these women are drinking because they're alone and don't have a man. No, they're drinking because when they leave their job, they don't get the support and they love and the affection they're getting at the job. Come on, man. The job tells her she's great and wonderful no matter her weight. No matter. And then she gets to bully around the men in the job. You know what I'm saying? The job setup is different. The bait, the interaction is completely unnatural. Interactions at a job between a man and a woman, it is absolutely unnatural. You know what I'm saying? There is no order. It is unnatural, man. It is unlogical. It is dangerous. You know what I'm saying? It's like being you know, the job, it's like being stuck in I forget the word, claustrophobia. So claustrophobia, an enclosed, it's like being a lion in, it's like being a male lion, I guess. It's like being a lion in a zoo, man, in an exhibit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the zookeeper might whoop your ass or beat you if, you know, you're too aggressive or, you know what I'm saying, you're too much of a natural lion. My God, that lion's roaring again for no reason. I mean, he's pissing he's roaring too loudly. You know what I'm saying? He needs to shut up. You know what I mean? So it's like being in a enclosure. There it is. That's the word, an enclosure. Yo, the job environment is absolutely, it's unnatural, man. You know what I'm saying? The order is unnatural. You know what I'm saying? Everything that's natural is dangerous. You know what I'm saying? At the job, everything that's natural. At the end of the day, we're people. We're human. So even at a job setting, you know, the structure will take place. Who's the leader? You know, who's the sub leader? Who's the quote unquote most attractive person? Oh yeah, oh you remember Patrice O'Neal, Timbo. Patrice O'Neal said it's like a grizzly bear working with salmon. Yeah. But I don't think that actually works as much because, you know, the women are flopping around enough. I think it's just a grizzly bear. It's a grizzly bear working with a female bear that he can't do nothing with. You know what I'm saying? And the female bear gets to rub up on him, gets to touch him and all that. And God forbid he acts like a bear to this female bear. You know what I'm saying? Because I watch that stand up every elephant in the room. You know, every few years I watch it. But you know, Patrice, it wasn't salmon. It's just a male bear not allowed to fully interact with the female bears. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, the female bears are going through all the natural states of being a female bear. They might be in heat. You know what I'm saying? And that male bear smells it like, damn, Janice is being too nice to me. Yo, damn, I think she's in heat. Yo, man, the other male bears are like, hey, don't act on it. Yo, Don't act on it, dude. You want to lose your job. You want to lose your ability to be in the real world. But man, I could smell her. She's in heat. I could smell it, man. She's in heat, man. You know what I'm saying? She came to work after paternity leave, and her kid is like 3 years old now. It didn't work out with the other bear outside of the job. You know, she's in heat now, man. I know she's a single mother bear. She's a single mother bear, but she's in heat, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to give her some salmon. I want to give her some salmon, share the food with her. You know what I'm saying? Make her my wifey bear. You know? Make her my wifey bear. And you know what I'm saying? You're like, nah, yo, don't do that. Don't do that, man. I know we bears, but yo, man, we bears in a job. You know what I'm saying? I know she's in heat. Yo, man, she's sweating. I know she was sweating and hugged you. You know what I'm saying? You can't act on it, man. For God's sake, we're professional bears. Be professional. You know what I'm saying? You're not allowed to touch the female bears like that. You know, the female bears can touch you. You know what I'm saying? You're like, man, yo, she licked me yesterday. Hey, man, be strong. Be strong, my brother bear. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Take this jar of honey, man. Be strong, brother. Be strong, man. You know what I mean? What was that prayer? Though, well, I'm trying to remember that prayer. Though I am weak, you know, something shall not overcome me or something. I forget the prayer. I forget the way the prayer went. But you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Male bears, wild, killing the bastards in the wild. Yeah, well, yeah, but I'm not saying like that. I'm saying picture yourself, you're at a job, you're a bear, and there's female bears working with you. You know what I'm saying? And at a time, some of those female bears be in the heat. You know what I'm saying? They be in the heat, and you as a bear, you could smell it, you could tell, you can look, and you know, the female bear at times might lick you or hug you or touch you. You know what I mean? Give you a look, and you can't act on it. You know what I'm saying? And then they might talk to you a certain way. The female bear might even bring you food. You're like, yo, man, she trying to court me, man. She trying to feed you, boy. She trying to feed me. But you act on it, it's done. Corporate. People got to understand, corporate and government are the number one dopamine hit. You look at the single mom epidemic, it's slowed down. It's not, the manosphere, the way the manosphere talks, they talk like it's the 90s. No, we don't have as much single moms as we had in the 90s, man. You know, it's not at that level anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's not there anymore. Remember, we had them shows that shamed women for having children at the right age. You know what I'm saying? We had shows that shamed. What was that? My Teen Pregnancy or whatever that show was. You know what I'm saying? We don't have the single mom epidemic, guys, who want you to believe in a manosphere. It's if you look at the numbers, single mothers have dropped a long time ago. Now has offspring deleting increased? Yeah, deletion has increased. You know what I mean? It's that the Lord is. Oh yeah, the Lord is my shepherd. I fear no evil. Yeah, yo, Nessie, you know what I'm saying? Though I am in the valley, though I stand in the valley of a woman flirting with me. You know what I'm saying? Though I stand in the valley of women flirting with me at the job, I shall, you know, let me read, I gotta say it correctly. Though I stand at the job in the valley of flirtation, the Lord is my shepherd. I fear no evil. No, it's not, I don't fear no evil. It will be, though I stand in the job filled with women flirtation, I shall not be consumed by my thirst, for sexual interaction. You know, you know what I mean? Yo, I've been at jobs where you see dudes sweating, man. You see a guy sweating, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been at jobs where, yo, dudes is sweating, man. Like, he's stressed. You know what I'm saying? Stressed because he got all these, you know, these male bears, and he can't do nothing. You know what I mean? I seen it at jobs I worked at where you see guys stressing, man, sweating, man. Like, yo, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You're Maury, you are not the father. Yeah. You know what I mean? I seen them jobs, bro, where guys is just stressing and sweating, man. Because he can't do nothing. You know what I mean? He can't do nothing. And you know, he's filled with stress. I seen that. You know what I mean? I've seen it with my own eyes. But hey, man, this is the dopamine hit, man. Fuck. Parked a little too far. It's the dopamine hit, man. The number one dopamine hit is corporate and government. You know what I'm saying? You see all the support. Man, you could look it up, and this one is crazy. There's a rapper, I think there's a female rapper named Something Red. I forget her name, Something Red or something. She was bragging about going raw, getting syphilis because she spoke like a man. You gotta remember, a lot of these women are generations removed from a male stability. You know what I'm saying? To some women, man, the existence of a father, they've never experienced that. You know what I'm saying? They've never experienced it. They've never seen it. To them, you know what I mean? To them, fathers don't exist. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that is Sexy Red, man. You know what I mean? There's a female rapper named Sexy Red, man. She was bragging about having an STD. She was bragging about sleeping with men raw. She said she's the raw king and all that, man. She literally, it looks like the warning from Mother Nature. Red weave, tatted everywhere. She looks like a cesspool, man. She looked like if you breathe around her, you'll get an STD, man. You know what I'm saying? I sniffed her. Oh, God. Spec, what did you do, man? We got to bring you to the infirmary. We got to bring you to the infirmary, Spec. You inhaled air near Sexy Red. You know what I'm saying? You inhaled air near Sexy Red. Yo, we gotta quarantine you, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta quarantine you, Spec. You know what I'm saying? We gotta quarantine you, dog. You inhaled air near Sexy Red. And yo, she looked wild, dog. She looked crazy. You know what I mean? But you know, that's what's going on, man. You know. But you know, man, this stream, like I was saying, man, you know what I mean? Simping and all that, man. You know, a lot of guys think simping is just materialistic. No, man. Simping is when a man completely devalues his life. You know what I'm saying? He's willing to risk his life just to obtain female validation. You know what I'm saying? Whether that be unprotected sex, you know, all that. You know what I'm saying? Another thing guys don't want to admit, man, about simping is, and it's gone nuclear. Simping is you got men worshiping, waiting. I've been talking about this for over 4 years. You got men worshiping the return. I did a whole video, man, years ago called what was it? Virtuous Woman. There are men who have deified women. to the point there are more men waiting for the return of the virtuous woman than they are waiting for Jesus. If you saw Jesus, I guarantee if Jesus came back, let's say Jesus came back in America, you know what I'm saying? I guarantee you, if Jesus came back in America, they'd be like, oh, man. Oh, dude, that's just Jesus, man. That's just Jesus, man. You know what I'm saying? That's not the virtuous woman. Nah, whatever. It's Jesus. Oh, who cares? You know what I'm saying? That's not the return of the virtuous woman. That's just Jesus. You know? Hey, guys, that's just Jesus. You know what I'm saying? That could be like a commercial. You know how Nike got Just Do It? You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's just Jesus, man. That ain't nothing special, bro. That's just Jesus in my backyard. I don't know what he wants, man. Yo, Jesus, get a job. You know what I'm saying? Somebody yelling at Jesus in their backyard. Yo, Jesus, bro, I don't care if you can walk on water. Get a job, man. Get a job, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, I can see guys in the manosphere yelling, Jesus, don't you know it's over, man? It's over, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's over, Jesus. What do you want, man? It's over, Jesus. Come on, dude. You know what I'm saying? Jesus, get a job, man. You know what I'm saying? You want to mooch off of me because of faith? Bro, you died on the cross like over 1,000 years ago, man. Get over it. Get over it, dude. Get a job. You're like, damn, man. That's how you got to treat Jesus? Yeah, man. It's not like he's a woman who wants to have my kids and start a family and, you know, bake me some apple pie or, you know, put the apple pie on the window like the cartoons until it cools down, you know? That's just Jesus, man. You know what I'm saying? If I want to see Jesus, I'll just go watch The Passion of Christ again. You know what I'm saying? What, you want me to treat Jesus special or something? You know what I'm saying? What has he done today for us, man? You know what I'm saying? My ex-wife still doesn't want to see me, man. And I have 50-50 custody to stay close to her. I don't give a damn about the kids. You know what I mean? So, to me, man, it is what it is, man. You gotta understand, man. It comes to this simping, man. It isn't that surface level crap they keep talking to you about. It's deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? It's in the soil. You got men telling you in the year 2023. Like me, I've been working. I had a joke I had this joke for over damn near 15 years. You know what I'm saying? I got to work on my second stand-up special and include it. You know what I'm saying? But it was an STD joke. You know, one day I'll premiere it, but it was an STD joke. But the funny thing, what's not funny about this joke is real. That's what most men are doing today. You know, an STD is a joke. As long as you could shake somebody's hand and say, dude, I got it, bro. I got it, dude. I banged her without a condom. I'm awesome. And you're like, nah, man, yo, don't shake my hands without a glove. You know, wear a face mask and yo, we'll talk, we'll be social distancing from now on. You a little too wild. You know what I mean? We social distancing. Our friendship now is not about close distance. It's about social distance. You know what I'm saying? We ain't close distancing. We're not close distant friends anymore. We're social distancing. So dude, you stay where you're at. You know what I'm saying? I see things bursting out of your body. You're looking crazy right now. But, you know, man, I want to thank everybody, man. And, you know, like I said, the Man Vantage book, share the link one last time. It could be pre-ordered on Amazon. It's just the digital copy for now. I got to fix the printing. And, you know, depending on the support, man, the goal will be to spin it off. I think I could write a book called The Boy Vantage to give the perspective of, you know, boys that are still growing, man. You know, it's not fair that, and I've seen it with my own eyes. You know, I've seen it being on panels. I've seen things where some guy comes on a panel, he's like 19 years old. And then he's being treated like a man. He's being told his life is over, he's done. And you're like, man, he's still growing. He doesn't know 100% who he is yet. He hasn't even reached his final form. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't reached his final form in life. You know, to tear him down right now would destroy him. You know what I'm saying? And that's very dangerous. I mean, like I tell guys, man, it's the year 2023. More men will be deleting themselves than ever before. You know, male deletion is at an all-time high. You know what I'm saying? You could say a lot of the boys and men growing up are looking in the mirror and saying, man, if only I was deleted in the womb, I wouldn't have to do it with my own hands. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have to do it with my own hands. If only moms would have deleted me, I wouldn't have to do it with my own hands. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on now. That's what's going on, man. It's a lot of young men regretting their lives, saying, man, if only moms would have deleted me in the womb, I wouldn't have to get my hands dirty. I wouldn't have to do it. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on. There's a lot of men going through that. A lot of boys growing up, you know, then they come online. I mean, you know, coming online, I mean, it shows you how desperate for male figures in their lives they are. You know what I'm saying? You come online for it. You know what I'm saying? It shows you that ain't a success. That's a failure. It's a failure when you got to come online to talk to another man, to have male figures in your life. It's not a successful thing. It's a failure. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it is what it is, man. And then they come online and you're like, man, you know, that's what you got to be careful on this internet stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Because some guys, if they delete themselves and they were last seen on your screen, you know, the footage shows a lot of negativity. You don't know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? But, well, everybody, man, it's been an honor and a pleasure. Have a good one, man. And, you know, once the book is released on November, you can pre-order it now. I look forward to people's feedback. And I said, this is the beginning of many, man. You know, unlike the 12 steps written by Jordan Lee Peterson, this book won't lead you to put in makeup, which let your daughter turn you to a drag queen. All right, man. Bye. Peace out, man. Get this thing over with. I'll just end it with the cover. All right, man. Peace.
They said the truth won't survive beside the lies that main